Hey, Schmack and Magab, everybody. It is the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with the guy that has the coattails with.
Oh yeah, it's Wadzilla, baby. What's up, Ralph?
What's going on, man? I just got over the worst cold I ever had in my life. I may cough tonight, but that's all I got left. I am 100% better. Little bit of the stuffy ears, but my God, it got so bad I go to the hospital.
Damn. Well, over here, man, it's 2 a.m. and traffic slow. Looks like ladies' night in Buffalo, so I'm just gonna sit back, drink, and talk about some fucking metal. I'm glad you're feeling better though, man. God damn it.
Yeah,
Looked like he
man.
was down for the count for a while.
Dude, it was terrible, man. I couldn't do anything. It was like I was constantly laying down, coughing my brains out, heavily medicated, and it was fucking terrible. I love going outside and walking. I couldn't do that. I love making my videos, my donations. I couldn't do that. And by the time I got better, I had so many fucking donations to do that. I wasn't 100% better when I did the first couple. I did like one a day, all fucked up, going, "Oh, I'm sick," you know. But then, like each video, I'm a little better, but I still
did
got a scratchy throat.
did you end up doing the Almost Human Live with the dude from Hallows Eve?
No, but the other guys did it for me.
Oh man, that
That
sucks.
was that was the worst I ever felt was that night because that night actually I introed the show. I got to throw the guy a couple questions.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, I'm gonna go lay down. I'll listen to the show while I'm laying down.
Oh man.
And, and when you're done, I'll come back and turn it off. Well, when I went to lay down, it's the worst I ever felt. I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then I couldn't eat. That's another thing. That's why I had to go to the hospital. I couldn't eat. Every time I fucking ate something, I'd throw it right back up. I
Oh.
couldn't eat anything. I had no, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna die if I don't eat something. Um, it was fucking terrible. But um, they talked a long time. I was in bed going, oh my God, end the show already. They finally ended it hours and hours later. I turned it off and it just suffered all night. And the next day, had to
You know what
do
I
something.
think it was? I think it was that Van Hagar episode we did. Fucked y'all up, man.
Yeah, yeah. I wish it
That'd
would.
make anybody sick.
I wish it would have stayed lost. It was initially lost, and then it popped up on my computer out of nowhere. Yeah,
Well, shit. We had the shitty Van Hagar episode, and and then we had to talk about a shitty Megadeth album. You know,
yeah,
but we got some good response to that. Uh, Very good response on YouTube. And again, I'm gonna bitch a little bit here. We got like over 1,000 downloads on this one, or over 1,000 views, and like 58 thumbs up. Can you see how many thumbs downs we have, or is that
yeah.
like a pain in the ass?
You want me to check?
Yeah, because I'm curious. Like that many people watch it, and that's like 5% people give it a fucking thumbs up. Like if you're smart enough to figure out how to watch the fucking video, you can't figure out how to do the thumbs up. But if there's some thumbs down, that's cool too. You know,
Yeah, two.
two. There
Yeah,
you go. There you go.
yeah.
At least they had enough fucking energy to give us two thumbs
Yeah,
down.
but it's only two. Last week was four. What's going on, people? Pick up the pace.
I guess we're getting. Well, come on, it was Van Hagar.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into
There should have been way more dislikes on that one.
exactly just on principle.
Yeah.
Uh, well, here we go. We got plenty of reviews on this shit, and I'll try to speed through these. Renee Sorensen, love this motherfucker. 400 episodes. Holy shit, time flies. Congratulations, Ian and Ralph. Sorry, I mean Ralph and Ian, of course. Now, this was a funny one, and I saw you respond to this comment because I had no idea who this person was referring to. This is Placid Black 836 says, dude is the most oddest Megadeth fan ever. He loves the worst shit albums and thinks the best Megadeth work sucks. And I didn't know who he's talking about because you and me, for all this shit we like agree and disagree, like when it comes to Megadeth, we're pretty much, you know, right
Well,
there.
I think the guy was talking to both of us, like,
Yeah. Well, he said, "Dude," so it's like I
oh,
feel like
whatever. I
yeah.
talk for everybody out there. Fuck all you assholes out there, including you, Ian. I'm sorry.
Okay, bye.
I get pissed off at people's opinion. Oh, you like that? Oh, I think it's the worst. I think it's bad. Who the fuck are you? Get over here. Pay my fucking rent, and I'll pretend to care what you think. Fuck you.
Oh shit.
Fuck
Nah.
everybody's opinion. Everybody, your fucking opinion is right to you, not me, unless we agree. But fuck, and if you don't agree with me, I'm fucking fine with it because I don't give a fuck what you all think. I don't care off Megadeth. I don't give a fuck. Everybody hates that fucking song. Good. And don't enjoy it. Fuck it. A lot of people are like, oh, Tipping Point's better. Good. I don't agree, but that's good you think that. Who gives a fuck? And this guy, all right, right there, right there. We like the shitty stuff, but their best stuff is like, because obviously we like the early stuff. So the early stuff's shitty, but the later stuff, yeah, we are totally opposite on that. But for you to think that the later stuff is good, I don't give a rat's ass.
Well, hey, fuck it. He left a comment.
Yeah, that's
Helps
true.
the
Thanks.
algorithms.
Thanks.
I like that.
Thanks for the comment. And fuck your
Uh,
opinion.
Freeform. We know who that is. Hey,
Oh,
just because something sucks to you doesn't mean it doesn't suck to me. LOL. Also, I still love stuff I did as a kid, like Wham.
this guy, man, Mark should just give up already. I mean, God, do you know anybody, Ian, online that just runs around going, I like this, I like that. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's weird to me, man, that behavior. Who
I
gives a
do know
fuck?
somebody. His name's Mark Alden Taylor.
I don't care, Mark. Yeah, we're just alike. I like back then. Well, but we got comments coming up, ridiculous comments trying to get me on what my little argument with you on that. I can't wait to get to those comments. There's two of them.
All right. David Alexander 72 says, thanks for another quality time show, guys. All right. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh, Trey Born Events, great 400th. Thank you. Wheel Factor, keep on eating ass with the best of them. I don't know if that's a compliment or a slam. I
Hey,
eat ass. We both like having our ass eaten.
eating
So,
that, eating, I don't care how you spin it. Eating that is always a compliment.
yeah. So, right on, brother. Edwin Canistracci, happy 400th episode, Ralph and Ian. Episode 399 will be hard to beat or will be hard to best, but I'm rooting for you guys. Wow. Yeah. Way to set the bar low.
Yeah.
Uh,
Way to end our 300s episodes.
yeah. We went out with a risk.
Yeah, exactly. That was our Megadeth risk.
Yeah. Yeah. Decimal Geek said we don't take enough risks. So we did that episode.
Yeah, we did that episode.
Marty Martin says the current Megadeth drummer is the worst they've ever had, in my opinion. He is a one-trick pony, makes every song sound the same with frantic, fast machine gun sounding beats all the time. He can't play slow or with space and swing like Bill Ward or nearly any of the '80s rock drummers. He's the equivalent of drums to what a shredder is on guitar, but I also like the slow melody that matches the songs when let's read more, when need both drums and guitar. Yeah, it doesn't stand out. He's no Gar. I'll tell you that much.
He's no Lars. I'm sorry. Lightning, come
Ouch.
on. Get the fuck out of here. Lars is better than that dude.
All right. Dave Matula says a return to form with a great episode. No guests. Ralph bashing Eden for his musical tastes, and a little
What?
mention
I
of
never
freeform.
bash you. Do I bash you for your musical taste? I guess the only time I bash Ian for his musical taste is when he's bashing my musical taste.
Right.
But when he brings up like how much silent violence loses, I throw back, yeah. How about you and Scritti Politti?
I love the Scritti Politti. That's old school.
Yeah.
Oh, and then one thing we got to mention. Oh my God, I watched the video the next day and I was dying laughing. You did do the reaction video to the Every Mother's Nightmare.
Oh my God, yes, dude, dude, that was mine. I really did not expect it to be that bad. I thought maybe Ian's got something here.
Oh
Maybe
no.
because
Oh no.
you know me, I'm more accepting to ballads than you.
Right.
And I was like, we'll see. Hey, maybe, maybe he's right. Maybe it's a good song and the rest of the album sucks. But I watched it, dude, and I'm like, wow, that was Bon Jovi poison level shit, bro.
Oh my God.
It,
Well,
it was shocking.
like I said, I talked about it like I like that song and I bought the album and you think that song's bad? You ought to hear when they try to like do a rocking number. Fucking horrible.
Do they
But
want
as I'm listening to it when I'm watching your reaction video, I'm like, God damn, this song sucks. It sucks, but there's still that part of me like I listened to it and I remember when I liked it, but it's one of those things, like you say, timeline is everything. If I heard it for the first time now, I would be just like you. And I mean, and I do think it sucks, but there's still a nostalgia there.
Where did you see that? On Headbangers Ball?
Yeah, I
You
well,
see,
well I
that
can't
right
remember.
there, that
I
right
can't
there,
remember.
dude, that right there is proof Headbanger Ball sucked.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Headbangers Ball or it's when we finally got a metal station in Chicago. We didn't get it till like a year before grunge broke, and it was shit like this. What's that other Steelheart? Shit like that. Fucking Scorpions Crazy World type.
Hey,
Fucking horror
man,
shit.
hey, Mark Alvin Taylor likes that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks. But no, it's one of those for whatever reason. That song, I was like, that ain't too bad. I have no justification. It's like you liking Glitter. You know it's a horrible song, but for whatever reason, like that's not so bad. And that's
Uh,
kind of how I am with this. But man, re-listening to it, watching your reaction video, which it's even funnier because you tried to post it on YouTube and it got blocked.
I can't understand how every mother's nightmare actually has pull on YouTube that they can block your video. So I put it up on BitChute.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, it was, but the part that the funny thing is, I'm glad when I watch it. I woke up the next morning, I'm coming down, I'm feeding the cats, doing all this shit. Then all of a sudden, I gotta, take a shit. So I'm sitting on the toilet watching it on the BitChute version, and I'm glad I was already sitting on the toilet when you said the singer sounds like a baby about to cry.
Yeah, he's got that little whiny voice. Baby.
Because, dude, the piss started flowing. I was laughing so fucking hard, man. I was laughing. Oh, I had to stop it and rewind it just to hear you say that again. Because it fit perfect. Because as I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. And when you said that,
The good thing about that though, looking back then, a guy would sing like that, like a little baby, and fucking chicks would go nuts.
oh, yeah.
Love that singer. Today, they go nuts over Slipknot and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Chicks were better back then when they liked crappy whoa. When chicks like crappy whoa ballads, they were better chicks.
but oh man, I thank you for doing that though. It was great. I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, because and we ended the show, and dude, it's been over a month you've been talking about this goddamn song.
I know because I'm so ashamed of myself.
And then you said on the episode, you should react to it. And then
I'll be right back.
I was like, all right, I'll do it. So I did it. I uploaded it that night and YouTube. Block cannot be. I was like, wow. Wow, this band actually has some kind of pull that they can even people have posted Thrash or Die stuff. Doesn't get taken down, you know? They send money, but I don't get the money. I don't know who gets the money for Thrash or Die stuff, but maybe every mother's nightmare. They're smart guys, man. They fucking. I bet. They can make a lot of money off YouTube. About like $3 a month. I bet. Because there's people like Ian that likes that crap. It's got woes. If I'll forget, but man, I did post it on the Facebook page, the group, the BitChute. And maybe if you go to BitChute and you type in Every Mother's Nightmare reaction, you'll get to watch it. And now I'm running out of things to say. But I think Ian's coming back right in time.
Yep.
Hey, what movie is that? Boogie Nights behind you?
Yes.
I gotta watch that again. I have it on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it forever.
I just got the 4K. I need to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. Love that fucking movie. But yeah, no, I thank you so much for the video, and it's even funnier that I had to go on BitChute to watch it. So it's it's the only video on BitChute that's not like Nazi propaganda. But that's how dangerous everybody.
Really, that's how BitChute works. Dude, I have no idea. I put all my videos on BitChute that's been deleted from YouTube, but I never venture into the BitChute community.
Well, it's one of those things, like a lot of stuff that's like striked or blocked, and you can't do on
Yeah, that's what I
videos.
did. I did all my
Right.
Aussie reviews that were blocked, all of it's over there.
But that's how dangerous Every Mother's Nightmare is. It has to go to BitChute.
Yeah, they're one of the band.
God.
They're one of the elite.
All right. Marty Martin says, the last great Megadeth album is my overall favorite from them. Totally underrated. System Has Failed is a masterpiece. Ian, give it another listen. There's some songs I like on it, but for the most part, it's not my Megadeth. But, you enjoy it, right on. RMCP Mark, another great RMCP episode, guys. As for Megadeth, have they ever released a good cover song? Boots, Anarchy, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Now Running from Lightning.
I love Boots. I thought that was.
Yeah, even I think that sucks. He says, another thumbs down. In my honest opinion, I really like their Hanger cover or their Hagar cover of Planets on Fire.
The thing about RMC, would he really like Megadeth if they never had a hit? Would he even know them?
No.
Megadeth, if Megadeth never got popular with their old shit, they'd be like Atrophy today. You know what
Well, this is Mark Daly, right?
Yeah, Mark Daly. He likes the thrash that's popular. Like Mark Allen as well, man. You'll never hear
Daly. Mark Daly never even heard of Megadeth until they had Sammy Hagar on the last album they did.
Yeah.
I guarantee
whatever, man. Hey, the guy keeps watching his promoters.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, dude. You're a fucking poser, but thank you.
Update, I forgot about Paranoid. That one was decent.
It was then.
All right. Mad Poet. The album song titles remind me of that Morbid Angel album that Il Denanus or whatever, the one that nobody liked or whatever it's called. Maybe it was intended to be a comedy album. Who knows? Yeah, there you go. Hanging with Bushy. Sorry, guys, it was a bad night. Between internet issues and not having my charger with me, it was just a bad night. I hear you, Bush.
Yeah,
you're right, though. It was bad.
And I know what he went through to be on that show that night. He had to drive to his girl. It was a pain in the ass, so I can understand why he had an off night.
Oh yeah, and then he had to sit there and defend Sammy Hagar. It's like coming out in front of the whole fucking internet. Nobody wants to do that.
And he didn't want to hear my bullshit either. Me calling him a liar. I don't think that went well either.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be funny. It was just, ugh. But it is what it is. Hey, it's there forever, just like every one of our other episodes.
But don't watch it.
Uh, yeah, John Katsoudas says, I love the 3 songs that have been released. Pre-ordered the album weeks ago. Never expected their version of Ride the Lightning would be as good as the original or better. The original is so perfect. Just like when Dave did new vocals on These Boots on the most recent Killings of My Business and Business is Good remix album. It has no soul. It has no soul like the original version does. Still looking forward to getting my copy sometime this week. The last Megadeth album for me that was incredible was Dystopia. I also love The System Has Failed, United Abominations, and Endgame a lot as well. Really enjoyed this episode. Awesome, brother.
Right on.
I hope you're one of the guys that hit thumbs up. I hope you're one of like the 5%. Um, Excellent episode, guys. And gotta say, the previous episode was excellent. Laughing my ass off at the attempts to defend OU812. That was David Whitehouse, 94, by the way. Unseen Death Force. The biggest mistake Dave made was not working any longer with Andy Sneap. United Abominations and Endgame ruled. Everything since then is a yes man producer has sucked. Oh, and Cuckoo sucked. Timu is way superior. I haven't heard the new album yet, but I am not hopeful. New creator is solid, nothing spectacular. Thankfully, we'll get a new Exodus next week, and they have not let me down. No poser Disney thrash, or no poser Disney Metallica thrash in Gary's hands. Great show. I think you guys are getting back on your stride. I fell off for a while when you started uploading consistently again. Okay. You fell off because we started doing more episodes? That ain't good. Okay, so a lot to unpack there. Have you heard the new creator, Ralph?
Yes, it's not that good. It does pick up a little bit on the second half. The second half is better than the first half. But yeah, I was kind of like bummed with it, and they're coming my way, man.
I haven't heard the whole thing yet. I know Dirt Mitts, man. Great Ron Dirtmitz. He was like, man, he thinks it's even worse than the fucking new Megadeth. So that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
the Megadeth is better.
Yeah. Did you hear the new Exodus song?
No.
I heard it, but I heard it while I was at work and having to do some other things. So I can't say I gave it my honest attention. Nothing stuck out that I hated, but I can't say that nothing stuck out that like, oh fuck, as soon as I get a moment to give this my honest attention, either. So I don't know. I'm hopeful though. We'll see. Lee Warmer says, Sound of White Noise is the best Anthrax album. Well, it's a damn good one. I'll tell you
And
that
my favorite. That would be my third.
Craig Swenson, looking forward to an episode with Heather Drain and Brenda. Also, I hope Ralph really does that reaction video. Well, it happened, but you got to go to BitChute.
Oh, I think didn't I put a link to that guy? I think I did.
No, you didn't reply to him.
Oh man, I could have sworn I did. You probably can't see it, but I did reply with a link to it.
Yeah, go on BitChute and type in "not a Nazi video," and it automatically goes to Ralph's videos.
My Black Sabbath review.
Let's see. FT Dungeon TV says episode 399 was hilarious, man. Top 10 RMCP episodes. Wow. If you think so.
Hey, I care about that dude. For a second, I want to speak to him directly because I have a lot of care for you, my friend. Get off the meth.
Yeah. Well, he's got another post where, once again, he says the episode was killer, LOL. Mark got super wasted and Bushy dipped out. Yeah, that's what happened. And if you think that's a good episode, man, I wish everybody had the bar set so low. That'd be awesome. We'd be doing even better. I hope you put 2 likes for those 2 comments.
I'm telling you, this episode so far is blowing it away.
Oh, we got a long one here from Absolutely Pointless Sounds. He says, "You got to hand it to Megadeth. I didn't think I could like Ride the Lightning more than I already did because the Metallica version now sounds even more godly." When listening to Megadeth, you can't help but get a reminder that the original was written and recorded by guys who were hardly in their 20s with whatever studio tech they could afford in 1984. If Dave actually wanted to properly do that, close the circle shit, he should have covered Jump in the Fire instead because it was a song he wrote in panic and brought to Metallica. He could have actually been wrapping up his entire musical journey. He also could have sung the original lyrics like he did with the Mechanics, but they would have sounded cringy because it's being sung like a 64-year-old man. Regardless of the song, it's unnecessary and embarrassing to end the band's 40 year long recording career with the exact cover of a Metallica song. Even the rest of the album even if the rest of the album was actually good. Sorry for the long comment, but hey, it's a break from the examples of Ralph changing his mind with music. Oh God, we got a bunch of replies here too. Let's see. Guy says, right way to end your last album is to write something that sounds like the first four records. I agree. It says Dave wrote Some Ride the Lightning as well. And he wrote back, of course, all I'm saying is Ride the Lightning doesn't have the same level of history when it comes to Dave's songwriting like Jump in the Fire, but I wasn't there, so I don't actually know. Zacharias says, still enjoyed the Battle of Bushy. Bushy bailed because of a bogus blown charger. Jim Balduff says, fire in the brain, take one. I don't know what that means. Wade Stacy says, at 31:30, Ralph says he still thinks the same way he did on past episodes about albums, songs, etc. However, he used to love Catch the Rainbow from the first Rainbow album. Now he says it sucks. Also, now he says the song Long Live Rock and Roll is too try hard. He said in a recent track by track between Kiss Destroyer and Peace of Mind that he used to like Peace of Mind, but now thinks it's boring.
What?
And,
That's
and
a lot.
likes Quest for Fire now.
Well, no. Number one, that's a lot. And I love Peace of Mind. What I said was I used to like Revelation way more than I do now. And I really don't think Revelation's a bad song, but I used to like it a lot more. Now, as far as Catch the Rainbow and Long Live Rock and Roll, totally agree there. Totally agree. Like everything. And I'm not making no excuses because I can dig out some other songs I used to like, but I don't like anymore. But dude, you can count it on one hand if you're missing fingers. Ian hates whole bands, discographies, and all that. That's our argument, not one or two songs, but whatever. You're right. You're right.
Well, I'm getting that because you did answer this. You said you are correct. There are some songs, like I said later on this show, how I like that shitty Kid Rock song.
Yeah, there you go.
So far, that's 3 songs. Ian's got me beat. And then he put right on. Thanks for the great entertainment. I do like comments for that because it does come, kind of like he's trying to like show you up, but then you write back.
But you know what? He's right. I'm not complaining to the guy.
Right.
You brought up more examples, 2 more examples where I talked about Kid Rock later in the show. And you know what? There was another song I thought of the other day I used to like more than now. And if I remember during the show, I'll bring it up. And that'll go up to 4 songs.
No, but what I was getting at though is I like the interaction. Then you wrote back and very nice, and then at the end the guy writes back. He says, "Right on, thanks for the great entertainment." That's how you have a discussion without everybody losing their shit. I like that.
And I gotta say, the reason why I loved, and I wouldn't even say I loved, Catch the Rainbow and Long Live Rock and Roll, but back then I didn't dislike them because I thought this is fucking Rainbow and this is a staple song. They played at all their shows. Blackmore plays incredible. Dio sings unbelievable on Catch the Rainbow. But as a whole, it dawned on me. I was like, it's not really a song I like. I hear the elements of shit that I fooled myself with liking. And Long Live
Yeah.
Rock and Roll is totally a try hard song. It really
Oh
is.
yeah. Well, I'll agree with you there. I mean, God knows I did that with Kiss over the fucking years, like trying to make myself say it's great. I think Catch the Rainbow is phenomenal, but I agree with you 100% on Long Live Rock and Roll. I think it is way too try hard and not a standout. But I love me some Catch the Rainbow. Scooped Mid says, Ralph, didn't you used to hate Black Crows? I listened to the Ramones End of the Century episode a zillion times, and you said you hated them because besides Remedy, and now you seem to like them. No shade, just curious. Let's see, you got a response. There is plenty I hated as a kid that I love now. Bee Gees, ABBA, Black Crows. It's different than hating what I loved. And he said, fair enough.
Hey,
So
but isn't that the truth? It's like if you say to me, if I do an episode and I go, you know what? I fucking love peanut butter. And then somebody leaves a comment going, hey, as I recall, you like jelly. Yeah, but it's not peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different than what I loved and now hate. That back then I hated it. And Black Crows, I got a gram good reason why I hated it. Because I heard that song Remedy and I
yeah,
fucking loved it. I was like, this is a great song. Then my brother got free tickets to go see Black Crows on that tour. And
yeah.
they couldn't play Remedy that night. And also, Rich Robinson looked like he was bored out of his mind. They had a bum show. And that made me dislike them, you know?
Yeah. And I get, I mean, I get it in a way and I don't. I don't see why it's so different to go one way or the other. You're still changing your opinion. I mean, we've all been with fucking women that we thought, like at one time you thought fucking Guns N' Roses chick was the greatest person in the world. And then you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, but at the time she was, you know? It's not like,
Right. And that's how there's music that I loved. And then as I got older, my taste changed. It's not what I love anymore.
I
And it's
understand.
you.
This is what gets me about this whole argument. It drives me nuts already. Look, it's okay, Ian. It's okay for
Oh,
you.
I don't give a fuck. You
No,
know.
but let me just explain something because people think I'm goofing on you. I'm not. I'm just saying there's a difference in our generations when it comes to, dude, I love shit forever, and you seem to not love everything. Yeah, there's still stuff you love, but there's a lot of stuff you dismiss. I don't think that's a bad thing. That's you being you. Who the
Yeah.
fuck am I to tell you you're wrong for hating on Kiss today? That's your
Right.
deal, man. That's your thing. I
Oh,
still love Kiss today. And that's the difference between our generations. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's the difference, you
well, I
know?
mean, plus look when I grew up though. Look at the shit I came up with. And when you're a kid, you like everything. I grew up with a lot of shitty music, a lot of great music too.
There you
You
go.
know.
That's another thing. Timeline.
Yeah.
Look at
Timeline
my
is everything.
and
It's like,
look at my timeline, dude. How
oh,
the shit, the 70s shit, and the early 80s before 84, all
right.
that shit fucking still rules hard. You know?
Well, there's some stuff I feel about my era that I still love, but I really think like there's stuff that is particularly like you love REO Speedwagon, and I think if you grew up in my era, you probably wouldn't feel that way.
I would totally hate Oreo. I get it.
Yeah.
I would rather listen to fucking Every Mother's Nightmare than REO Speedwagon.
Hey,
I
let's
get
not go
it.
that far. Let's not
I
go that
get it.
far.
I get it. All right. Or Bank Tangle, whatever the hell. You know?
Hey, I like me some Bang Tango. Well, that one
Or
song, I
or
know.
Scritti Politti.
I'm afraid to listen to any more Bang Tango because I don't want it to ruin the one song that I like. But I got a feeling, even though I saw
Don't
him live,
Hey,
and
I would even tell you don't even listen to that song you like. You might get the same reaction of Every Mother's Nightmare.
the funny thing is, I saw him fucking live, and I can't remember anything other than when they played the one song that I like, and then when my buddy made fun of the lead singer right to his face. Uh, so there you go. All right. What else we got? Uh, LGR1 says I could only watch 24 minutes of the last episode.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
He says I don't blame. Oh, okay, yeah, I believe he's talking about the fucking Hagar shit. Um, Kevin Smith 777 says ripperonis. I don't know what that means. Uh Cole Region Writer says hell yeah, back with another banger. And Zandig666 says at your metal service. So there's our reviews again. A lot of good views on these. Man, we're growing on the fucking YouTube. We're definitely getting bigger on the YouTube than on, traditional ways you guys get podcasts, and I'm fine with that. But you want to help this shit, and you want to help it show up, like when people Google fucking, you know, go on YouTube and look up shit, man. You gotta hit that subscribe. You gotta hit that like. The comments help. And again, if you can watch the video, you can hit the like button, dude. It's fucking simple as a motherfucker. And that way you ain't got to hear me bitch about hitting like on the video. So there you go. All right. Well, now it's time to go into the news. And here's, I know, Ralph, you'll love this. Mick Sweeta says, latest Bullet Boys reunion has been really great. I love playing with these guys. Are you going to catch Bullet Boys on the 52nd reunion tour?
Sometimes I don't like going to bowling alleys, so it depends how I feel that day.
It'll throw off your game. I hear you. I hear you. I'd like to see that. I've never seen Bullet Boys. I'd go see that fucking train wreck. Fuck it.
I saw the Bullet Boys.
Really? With who?
The Scream.
Ooh. Oh, I tell you what, I love me some John Corabi, but the Scream fucking sucks, dude.
No, that album has like 3 a good 4. It can make a great EP. The rest is generic. But
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another listen. But I'll never forget. Like, I saw one Scream video on Headbangers Ball, and I remember thinking it sucked so bad. And when they announced that was the new singer, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, because the song was so horrible. I didn't even think about the vote, and I love his voice, but I what I heard off of that, oh fucking, it's probably like what you hear when you hear Bullet Boys or fucking Every Mother's Nightmare. I thought it was so fucking generic and terrible.
Right.
But wow. So you actually, you paid to see the Scream?
Yes, because it has the dude from Racer X in the band, Bruce Boulay.
Yeah.
I'm a big X.
So who was headlining?
Bullet Boys.
Okay.
I stuck around for the Bullet Boys.
What year was this?
The one with St. Christopher, that song.
Oh, Freak Show. Right on. Love that album. I do, actually.
Somebody has to.
Well, it's another week and another release of the Epstein Files. And now some rock and rollers are getting named in this fucking Epstein shit. Everybody's about, politicians and fucking, actors and all this shit. Well, chainsaw enthusiast and wannabe fucking rock star Jesse James Dupree is in the latest ones that they released from the Epstein Files.
How the fuck did that guy become friends with a billionaire pedophile? That's a good name.
I don't know, but apparently there's pictures of him with a young man. It's like hold him like a dog, like with a dog collar on him and shit. And the kid's naked. The kid's name is Mark Alden Taylor.
Oh.
And yeah. So I guess the sun wasn't the only thing going down on Jesse James Dupree that day.
Yeah, I recall Mark Allen Taylor saying that Jackal sucked. Now I understand.
He meant he sucked Jackal. Justice for Mark. That's all I'm saying.
God, out of everybody to pull a name out of a hat, you had to fucking talk about that has-been. I saw him once, and that was many years later. I saw him like 10 years ago open for Ted Nugent. And he did the whole chainsaw thing. What a generic, crappy band.
I can't remember if I fucking saw them or not. But yeah, what a horrible time. And that was around the same time, like I said, in Chicago, we got the Blaze, uh, and it was playing shit like that. And I knew right away when I heard Jackal, I was like, oh, fucking terrible shit. All right, well, Megadeth lands first ever #1 in Australia with their final album.
Did they hit number
And
one here? Because I thought I saw that.
okay, here's the thing. I tried doing some investigation with this. Apparently, they haven't officially released the Billboard charts for that week yet. And seriously, I was like doing like a deep dive. Like, is this just counting physical sales, or does this count like digital sales? Like, if you buy it on iTunes, and how does this shit compare to when we grew up? And I don't have all this information yet, but from what I found, um, and I know I'm gonna be off a little bit here, but it's one or the other. Still, it's gonna put shit in perspective. When Countdown to Extinction came out, this was '92. This is the height of people buying CDs, physical media, all this shit. They landed at #2, and I can't remember if it was 128,000 or 178,000. It's one of those two. Somebody correct me, on the fucking YouTube comments. But anyway, that's what they sold and came in at #2. On their last album, The Sick, the Dead, and the Dying, they made it to #3 on the album charts with 48,000 copies sold. And I'm not trying to be like, fuck you with your #1 kind of thing, but it's a little perspective into like, if you get a #1 album now or you're in the top 10 albums, it's not like back in the day when people really bought shit. Like, you really don't have to sell a lot to be top 10. And I know that sounds like, I'm pissed on your parade, but I kind of am. And let's keep it in perspective. But I haven't seen the officials. I've gone on some where they say it's #1 in the rock charts on iTunes that by bands that start with an M, kind of shit. So I'm really wondering, like, and it's just funny because how much it matters to fucking Mustaine, because he made such a big deal about Countdown, never being a #1. And, as longtime music fans, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter look at the fucking Hagar albums. All went to #1. Look at the record sales. All those Van Halen albums that never, real Van Halen albums that never went to #1 sold way more copies. So what do you want in the long run as an artist? To say I got a #1, or to say I've got like a diamond fucking album, that sells 10 million plus copies? I don't know. I think at this stage in his career, he's just grasping at straws. I mean, you could tell that by the songwriting. But yeah, whatever. And even this one, #1 in Australia, what chart is that? Is it overall? Is it like metal specific? Because there's rock charts, there's this charts, there's all this shit. It used to be cut and dry. You're either fucking #1 or you're not. So who knows? Slash is warning us all by saying Guns N' Roses has new music coming, and it's all original shit. We'll see, man, because all that shit they've released since they got back together, if people pay attention and do their research, it's all fucking leftover crap from Chinese Democracy. They've added some Slash to and some Duff to. And they've all been fucking wretched, fucking horrible songs. And that's even compared to the wretched, horrible shit on Chinese Democracy. But I have absolutely no faith in any new Guns N' Roses music. What says you, Ralph?
I'll wait till it comes out. All I'll say is I'll be surprised if it's good.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting it to be good, but I'm not saying it's not going to be good. I got to hear it first.
Yeah. It's only good if fucking Izzy writes it. John Karabi says there is no bad blood between me and Motley Crue at all. That seems odd compared to what he said the last fucking 10 years. I don't know what that's all about. Love me some John Corabi though, man. Always pulling for this guy.
Yeah, he got a new album coming out. I like the two songs I heard so far.
I haven't heard him yet. You like him?
Yeah, it's good rock and roll stuff. It's good.
Right on. Right. Great voice, man. Great voice, and he seems like a really cool dude.
I met him many times. He's an awesome guy.
Dave Ellefson says, "My life was always more than Megadeth." I say bullshit.
I know. I mean, nobody knows who David Ellefson is, and if you do know who David Ellefson is, it's because of Megadeth.
Yeah, I agree there. Let's see here. I don't care about this shit. Don't care about this shit. This I found very sad, and I saw you put a video out about this, but I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. Talking about Mick Mars' attorney blasting the arbitrator's ruling in the Motley Crue's favor and shit, says it's ridiculous. I just feel bad for Mick Mars. Motley Crue really fucked him over. They said they retired, and then they came out, and I think the right thing would, even if they wanted to continue without him, I think he should have got a percentage. He should have got a check. They didn't want to do that. I mean, this guy has a crippling illness, and I'm not talking about his guitar playing. I'm talking about like physically. This guy's got enough fucking shit against him. He's a fucking old dude. And now because of this ruling, he has to pay back Motley Crue like, I think it's like hundreds of thousands that they're saying.
$700,000.
Oh my, 700,000?
Yeah.
Oh, you might as well fucking put that shit on this guy's fucking tombstone. Because I guarantee you, this fucker ain't even got that much money. I guarantee you. If he did, he wouldn't be living in Nashville. When you see all this shit about these fucking rock stars that moved to Nashville, you know why they moved to Nashville? Because they can't fucking afford California. Because they have no fucking money. I mean, God, who the fuck wants to live in Nashville? Besides Chris Inzak and, Aaron Camaro. I just, it really does make me feel bad. And then part of me is like, well, that's what you get for being in Motley Crue. But for the most part, I still feel bad for Mick Mars.
Mick Mars, look, man, everybody's like, look, I do feel bad for Mick, honestly, because he was part of the 4 people that lied to everybody. So he should get the same amount of money that Nikki, Vince, and Tommy are making because he was part of the lie. He even went a little further than the other 3 with the lie when he said, if we ever come back, I'll buy everybody a ticket.
Well, I got to say, in his defense, I think he really thought that was the end, and I thought he really believed that. I think
all right. Let's say so. Okay, Ian, okay. You're Mr. Integrity guy. Okay. You always bashing everybody because of their integrity. All right, then where's Mick's integrity when they had to come back? Well, that it doesn't sound like he has integrity, does it? Oh, I'll buy everybody a ticket. Okay, I'll come back now. There's no integrity in that. Now, I will say, Motley Crue, the right thing to do is say, you know what, Mick? Keep your $700,000.
Right.
You ain't getting shit from us no more. But come on, you're already not paying the guy anything, and you're gonna take $700,000 out of his. Come on, that is some low life shit, man. I wonder if Nikki Sixx covered that Mick Mars tattoo he got on his leg.
Yeah, if they take that money from him, oh my God, that makes me feel even worse about that horrible fucking drunk decision I made to go see him in Vegas.
It's really Nikki Sixx, not Tommy Lee or Vince. I don't think Nikki Sixx is the lion's share.
Well, in more great news, Poison's Ricky Rocket says he's been in direct contact with Bret Michaels, and they are going to do something in 2027. And I think there was 2 things that fucking lit a fire to get this going. One is all the horrible press that it gave Bret Michaels, with the whole asking for $6 on the dollar to what everybody else is making. but what really set Bret Michaels off is they were going to replace him with Sammy Hagar. Even though Sammy Hagar says it's going to be hard for me to sing those kinds of intricate lyrics, compared to mine, he was going to do it. And now Bret Michaels is pedaling back. So
Dude,
unfortunately, in 2027, there's going to be some poison.
well, I got some cool news, man.
You do.
There was a guy called Steve Rosen. He was very close with Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Well, he just released this week an audio interview with Eddie Van Halen in 1996.
Okay.
This interview took place before Dave was out of the band. When Sammy was out, Dave was in. That's when this interview took place. Dude, Eddie went off on Sammy's lyrics like you wouldn't believe. And he blamed it on his alcoholism. I'm telling you, when I sobered up and I heard those lyrics, it's fucking hilarious. He really and he talks really good about Dave. But Dave didn't fuck him over. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Damn. He's got a bladder like a walnut. And here I am. I got to pick up the slack, and just talk, right? And what am I going to talk about? Well, talk about that interview, Dave. Eddie went off on Sammy's lyrics and how Sammy didn't want to do the Twister soundtrack, and then he wanted to do it, and then Dave called up saying, "Hey, I heard you guys are doing the greatest hits," and then he invited him over, and that's how that whole thing started. I think he did badmouth Dave a little bit in the interview because I think this was right after the MTV Awards, but they didn't announce Gary Sharon yet. But he went off on Sammy and Sammy's lyrics, which is fucking awesome. And I don't know what else to say. Check out this music I'm playing under this if you're listening to the Podbean version. Because if we're watching on YouTube, you're not hearing no music under this. There's a lot of people that like listening to this podcast with music under it. So go to Podbean to hear that version. And now I'm going to go fill up my glass with some tea and go into the next story.
All right. Well, I want to get back to what you were saying about the interview with Eddie Van Halen and shit. And as much as I love hearing that he said that, and I've heard comments in the past where he was talking about like, oh, fuck Sammy's lyrics and oh, I was drunk. I'm not buying that shit for a fucking minute. I'm really not. You were more than happy to cash the fucking check when you did have the #1 albums with Sammy, when you were doing the tours with Sammy. That's some Monday morning quarterback. You knew that shit sucked when you put it out, and you didn't give a fuck. So, I call bullshit on Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of you back in the day thinking about Kiss.
There you go.
Bullshit. It's all bullshit Monday morning quarterback Ian lives.
Yeah, I knew it sucked, and I said it was good.
Yeah, there you go. You're like
I'm saying,
you're like Eddie Van Halen. You're also like James Hetfield during the Load era.
Okay. Now come on.
That's you.
That's fucking low.
Monday morning quarterback shit. You know I'm right. Nothing wrong with it. It's your generation. They suck.
Hey, yeah, but you still actually like that shit.
Oh, what? What is it? Oh, yeah, I do. and memory remains even more.
Oh.
Hey, but I'm Monday morning quarterbacking here,
I know, but you're, like when you're on your deathbed, you're gonna be like, it was the Alzheimer's.
Yeah, you might be right. I ain't gonna lie. Might have a point.
Because that shit's horrible. One thing, here's some news that this actually cheered me up, but I gotta say it scared the shit out of me at the same time. Deep Purple is going to release a new album in June. And Ian Gillan says it's all about the metamorphosis of humanity into a metaphysical state. I have no idea what the fuck that means. but goddamn, Equals One was so fucking good. We both considered it our album of the year it came out. I would have been so happy if they went out on that album and that was the last thing they did. I'd been like, wow, what a fucking high note. Even though when we did our review of that, man, a lot of people said we were like, how in the fuck could we like that album? It was so fucking horrible. Well, Ralph and I, in our advanced age, man, we love the fuck out of it. Uh, I just hope the new album is good, because if not, it's like, oh shit,
Oh,
you should.
you know what? I'm sure I'm gonna like it because Deep Purple hasn't made a bad album in a long time.
Um, I wouldn't say they've made a bad album in a long time, but I would say like the later Steve Morris ones, they're not bad,
Oh man, I thought they got better with Bob Ezrin.
but they're not great either. But I thought Equals One, I mean, just blew me away, and I love the new guitar player that I got. I love and respect Steve Morris, incredible. I think the new guy is a much better fit for Deep Purple, and for upholding that classic sound, and you don't have that ego of like, I'm Steve Morris, I got to do me. This guy's like, he's like, I'm going to serve Deep Purple. I'm going to give Deep Purple fans what they want to hear, but I don't feel like he's copying Richie, but he's keeping it in the wheelhouse. And that's what I loved about that album. And I thought Ian sang great. I thought everybody else sounded great. So I hope it's good, but we'll see. Thankfully, Brian May rules out return to the U.S. because it's a dangerous place at the moment. Good, because nobody wants to see shitty fucking Queen. I think.
I know if that thing comes here, there'll be violence.
Let's see what else we got going here. Anything people give a shit about? Ba, 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 ba. Don't care. Same old shit. God, there's like 57 stories about the poison shit. You only need one.
Poison. I don't want to talk about that. Leave that for freeform.
No shit. Man, I'm going through it. Oh, Saxon has completed mixing the new album. Biff Byford says everything is clear in his cancer battle, which is fantastic news. Love me some Saxon. I'm looking forward to a new album. They're one of those bands, even though, like, the one that came out after Carpet Diem, I think we both agreed wasn't as good as Carpet Diem. I liked it more than you.
It's a good album. It is a great album. I actually did a track of it the other day. It's a great album. It's just no Carpet Diem.
Right. And I think that's one of those things where Carpet Diem set a very high standard for a band that long in the tooth. And that's, what I was just getting at with Deep Purple. Like, ooh, you did that good. Maybe that's the one you fucking ride into the sunset and just go out playing the hits. But I'm always down for new Saxon, man. More people need to check out Saxon. Fucking incredible discography. Another band that's better than Kiss. Saxon.
Mark Daly doesn't like Saxon.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're
they never went platinum.
Yeah, they were never on Carson Daly.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on. Ooh, kind of excited about this new Aerosmith reissue. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, but goddamn the price. Fuck that noise.
Oh, really? What's the price?
It's like 300 something bucks, man.
What? For the vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh man, fuck that! I'm gonna download that motherfucking shit.
Hey, nothing against that first Aerosmith album. I do love it, but I like the other ones more in the 70s.
I'm trying to think what would be my least favorite of the 70s. Probably Draw the Line.
I used to say Draw the Line, but no, Draw the Line, man, as Kings and Queens. That puts it over.
No, I mean, Kings and Queens is a fucking amazing song, but I love the first Aerosmith album.
I do
You know,
too. I just think, you know, the
but
only
then again,
thing, Draw the Line has Bright Night Flight. I don't like that song.
yeah,
There's not one song on the first Aerosmith album I don't like. I like every song off.
right, yeah, and I'd be interesting to hear the live shit and the new mix too. Uh, it always depends on these mixes. I like these remixes better than the remasters. I think you really get a bang for your buck with a remix over a remaster. Uh, it's like a remaster is like, they spray some pledge on the motherfucker, and here you go. There's less crackles and pops. But with a remix, you can hear totally different shit. And the prime example of that is the remixes by Steve Wilson that he's done with Black Sabbath. Because those have been like, you hear shit you've never heard before. So I'm hoping it's something like that, even though I love the original, but I would be interested, in another take on it. So I'll be a first day downloader on the new Aerosmith reissue. Uh, let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, so funny. I've seen a lot of hate online for the new Black Crowes video. And Black Crowes got a new album coming out. They've released, at this point, 3 singles off the album and a video for Profane Prophecy. And I saw all this hate on fucking YouTube because people are saying the video's satanic. All these fans going ape shit like they're embracing Satan. They're leftist fucking assholes embracing Satan. I'm like, what in the fuck? I was blown away. I thought the music was like really good. I'm always like, Black Crowes without Mark Ford. I'm always like, we'll see how it turns out. The 2 songs I heard, or no, I heard the 3rd song. I liked them all, and Profane Prophecy I loved the most, and the video. Ralph, you and I grew up on the golden age of MTV, so we love cheesy videos. It's a very cheesy video, but the song is fucking pure rock and roll. Classic sounding Black Crowes. I really liked it, but I was just blown away by the backlash, over this satanic imagery. And if you watch it, have you seen the video, Ralph?
Nope.
It's cartoony. It's so fucking cartoony. Like, how could you take this seriously? But they're like, if you read all the comments, oh, they're leftist Satan worshipers, gay frogs. It's fucking whatever. I like the songs. Pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised by the last Black Crowes album, Happiness Bastard. Liked it a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I like these songs even better. So, fucking A, man.
This is my favorite Black Crowes right here, man.
What? Oh, I can't see because I'm looking at.
The Southern Companion thing.
Oh yeah, that's a
That's
great one. The next album's my favorite, but that's my second favorite.
yeah, Amorca's good, but I like that one more.
I hear you. I'm more into druggy shit, so I like the second, or I like the third one better. There's some sad shit. Uriah Heep's Mick Box to sit out the remaining shows of the January and February farewell tour, which sucks for people like you're going to see the farewell tour and Mick Box ain't there, the guy. I hope he's all right. I'm so glad that fucking pre-show we saw when Uriah Heep opened up. We both enjoyed the show. But yeah, it sucks. It's their final hurrah and he ain't there, but man, he's fucking up there. Sucks, man. Legends are dying. And this week we didn't mention we lost the great Catherine O'Hara passed away. And then just today, Lamont, you big dummy. Did you see Lamont died?
Yeah, and Francis from the Scorpions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck. Forgot about that too. Francis, man. Fuck. That sucks, man.
Yeah, a lot of people been going, man.
I like that. I think, man, I love the Scorpions, but when they lost Francis and Herman, it was never the same. Never. I mean, from studio outpoint, capacity. Uh, but even though, I mean, Crazy World sucked. I like Savage Amusement better than you, but it's still not that great an album.
Way better than me.
Yeah, way better than you. But man, when I think of Scorpions, I think of Herman and fucking Francis.
The Scorpions just yesterday released a video from
That shit from '72.
yeah,
Oh,
Lonesome Crow. That shit was awesome.
oh,
Little
fuck
young
yeah,
Michael Schenker.
yeah,
That's some awesome shit, man.
yeah.
I'm not really the biggest fan of Lonesome Crow, to be honest with you.
I don't.
They weren't quite. It's kind of like Rock-a-Rolla from Priest.
Right. I
Uh,
mean, I like it, but it doesn't sound like if
yeah,
you're listening to it and expecting like Scorpion sound, it's not there. But if you like, I just love '70s rock, so I like it.
yeah, but right on the next album, you already hear Flight of the Rainbow. You already hear Scorpions turn into Scorpions.
Right, right. No, well, just same thing with Priest.
Yeah.
You hear Priest turn to Priest with Sad Wings, but maybe more than me on this. I've heard different things about the whole thing that went down with Francis and the Scorpions. It was kind of a tumultuous thing. He left before Herman did.
Well,
Herman,
they fired him.
right. Well, here's the thing.
He was dipping into the money.
Right. Well, here's the thing. He started like when Scorpions were. Hold on, I got somebody coming out. What's up, sweetheart?
I'm getting my remote control car.
What do you want? Your remote control car? I got my grandkids coming out here. You want to get on TV, sweetheart? No? Okay.
Oh yeah, they up in the playroom.
They're up in the playroom?
Yeah, I forgot.
All right. Grandpa's live in front of like 5 people. You want to come say hi?
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. All right. All right. Emmett, who's better, Judas Priest or Iron Maiden?
Me.
Who? You?
Let me out.
Let you out?
Yeah.
Well, you got to answer. Who's better, Judas Priest or Iron Maiden?
Get me out there.
Oh, you're stealing Tic Tacs?
Okay, I'm gonna say Tic Tac.
All right, give me back my Tic Tacs.
Let me get some Tic Tac.
All right.
I got some.
All right. All right. Get back in there to Grandma.
Bye bye.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you.
Kids. So anyway,
that interruption wouldn't have happened if had
if
some,
I would have pulled out.
yeah, or some clothes hangers.
So the thing with Francis, so while they were still at their height, he put his money into, from how I've heard it, like he rented like the sound equipment or the stage lights or some shit like that. That was his business. It was something to do with like the live shit and the setup. And then of course Scorpion started using his business for their shit, and then said that he was taking money. Took more money than he was supposed to, or do you know any more on this, or something you want to add to it?
No, I don't know more. No more.
Yeah, but it was something like that. But anyway, it sucks. They were at their best when it was, those guys.
Yep.
Too bad he died.
Rest in peace, Francis.
Yes, and rest in peace, Lamont, you big dummy.
Oh yeah, I love Sanford and Son.
Love Sanford and Son. Shit still holds up.
The fuck, Sanford and Son had like the perfect cast. Like everybody that was involved in Sanford and Son was perfect. Like Esther's drunk husband. I love that. Rollo.
Yeah.
Grady.
I love the white cop.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I saw this thing at first and I was like, God damn it. Show some respect. Like somebody put, when Lamont died, they put like Grady Desmond Wilson. I'm like, that ain't Grady. Turns out Grady was his real first name.
Yeah, I found that out today too.
Yeah, Desmond was, because I always knew him by Desmond Wilson.
Yeah.
But no, like we grew up with that shit. But you watch it now, those old shows, All in the Family,
70s,
Sanford and
baby,
Son.
the 70s.
Oh, you're right, but it holds up. It
My
holds up. It holds up.
timeline.
Well,
How can
I
you
love it too.
how can you look back and not love Barney Miller and
Oh yeah.
WKRP in Cincinnati and
Well,
fucking Stanford and Son? Come on.
I think why a lot of that holds up is you can't get away with what you can now. So you had to work extra hard to get those fucking laughs, and it holds up. It holds. There's a lot of shows like, you watch that, you put that up against fucking Everybody Loves Raymond or fucking Seinfeld. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I love
You know?
Seinfeld.
Oh, I can't stand Seinfeld.
I never really looked into Everybody Loves Raymond. I love Two and a Half Men. I discovered that show when I was in the hospital and I laughed my ass off.
Ugh. Yeah, I'll pass. I'd rather watch Head of the Class.
No, I'd rather watch All in the Family and Good Times, but I'm just saying. I did
Yeah.
enjoy I liked Seinfeld a lot. I got all the episodes.
See, I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've just always hated Jerry Seinfeld.
I've never watched.
I hated him when he was a stand-up comic, and oh my God, like almost like Sammy Hagar level hate. I hate Michael Richards. Always have. From the first, way before fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah, he was on Friday.
Yeah, yeah. Always hated fucking Kramer. Fuck that motherfucker.
He makes me laugh.
Here's something that's awesome. Fucking Alice Cooper is doing actual dates with the Alice Cooper band.
Yeah, I saw that. And unfortunately, Alice is coming my way without the original band.
Yeah, and he's not even coming near me.
Alice Cooper's Attic, I think it's called.
Oh, man. I mean, I would go, if Alice Cooper came here, I don't care if it was with the band or I'd go see it. But goddamn, to see the original Alice Cooper band. Fuck. Goddamn, I love that last album so fucking much. I'd love to see that shit live. And, God, one of them will probably die on the fucking tour. Probably Michael Bruce. But, I'd love to see that. Here's some shit that made me fucking laugh. Dave Mustaine doesn't rule out making a solo album after the end of fucking Megadeth's 3-year-long farewell tour. Yeah, because that worked out so great with MD45. Get the fuck out of here. You can't even do a good Megadeth album. You're going to do a good solo album?
Isn't the last Megadeth album a solo album?
Yeah. Aren't they all solo albums?
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
To me, that's the biggest fucking detriment to fucking Megadeth. It's solo albums. There's no you look at the other big four, there's been some people come and go, but nothing like fucking Megadeth, So there's no true sound. You've got Dave's voice and different levels of competency on the instruments, but there's no unifying oh yeah, that's a Megadeth. The only thing that makes it sound Megadeth is the sneer. So get the fuck out of here. All right. Oh hey, I think you went after the last show we recorded. Or maybe you went and saw Zetro, right?
Dude, that was months ago.
Okay, never mind.
That was in November.
Oh, okay. No, I just saw some shit. I like that he was doing all the fucking Testament shit.
Yeah, he did a lot of Testament and Exodus when I saw him. It was awesome. It was an amazing show.
Yeah, right on. Let's see what else we got here.
I had free tickets to see Megadeth in the theater, that whatever they called that, and I got so sick I couldn't go. I was gonna go, hang out with my friends, go see it, but I got so sick.
What? There was something else you were gonna go see, and I thought you ended up not going. I can't remember.
I'm gonna go see Elvis soon.
Huh?
Yeah, Elvis got a concert movie out there. I gotta
fuck that shit.
Wasn't it?
What was the good show you were going to go to and you couldn't go because of your mom or you were sick or something? There was something.
George Lynch.
Oh, yeah. Did you end up going or not?
No.
Fuck. Well, did you talk to anybody who went and get any response?
Nope. This past week, Jeff Tate, I got offered a free ticket from Charlie Hill to go see Jeff Tate, but I was too sick. And
Oh,
they did like the whole mine crime, and Charlie filmed it. He sent me a link, and damn, it looked good.
no shit.
Yeah.
Wait, here's something I didn't see. I don't know if you saw it. I automatically get and think it sucks because I think the band was fucking horrible. But did you see the new one that's Tommy Thayer and Jamie St. James?
You know what? I should watch it because I don't mind Black and Blue, but I have seen links to it, and I haven't watched it. I
Yeah,
like
me
Black
either.
and Blue. I'm a Black and Blue fan, but I'm mainly a fan of the first album. I thought all the albums afterwards, you can make a good album out of the songs on the albums afterwards. But I was,
And that's funny. That's funny that you would like Black and Blue because that's some poser shit.
no man,
You
but
know,
that first Black and Blue album is total metal, man. Total metal.
isn't
Auto
it though?
blast. Yeah, well,
Hang on to 18. Is that metal or is
all
that
right,
Bon
yeah,
Jovi
okay, okay. That's a clunky song. That's on.
shit?
There's two songs on there that suck. That one and School of Hard Knocks, but the rest
School
of
of Hard Knocks isn't cool.
yeah, right. And there's a song on there called Chains Around Heaven that rules that actually first appeared on the very first Metal Massacre album. And but it's a different version. And another song, my favorite song on there is called Show Me the Night. I think that first Black and Blue album is fucking awesome.
All right. Well,
Uh,
I'll check it out, man, because I know
you
Hang
ain't
On to
gonna like it.
18.
You're not gonna like it. And
Well,
but yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna go listen to that Tommy Thayer shit eventually.
well, I'll tell you what though, I will check out because here's the thing. I know Hang On to 18. I don't I don't hate Hang On to 18, but I just find it so like generic,
You know,
and
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
like
it
any
is. And you know,
any band could. It reminds me of like Keel. Keel is another band. Like
uh,
everything I've heard from them, it's like, oh, I could hear 20 other bands doing this and doing it
yeah,
better.
dude.
Nothing about you that stands out.
If you don't like Keel, you'll definitely won't like Black and Blue.
All right.
Totally.
All right. Well, Geddy Lee says he doesn't rule out new Rush music, says it would be fun to see what Annika Niles can do in a creative situation. How do you feel about that?
Hey, man. Hopefully, it'll sound like the first Rush album.
Yeah, I have no I it's one of those things. It's so hard. You and me saw Rush on the last tour. It was an amazing show. We both saw Rush multiple times. Um, the thought of Rush without Neil is weird.
I love the
Uh,
first Rush. I was jamming to the first Rush album yesterday.
oh yeah.
What a fucking album!
Hey,
What
I'll take the first Rush album over a lot of albums with Neil Peart. So
oh
you
yeah,
know,
oh yeah, oh just about all. I'd say it's like my top five. Rush album is the first one.
oh, love it. Oh, I'm right there with you, man. I fucking love it. Um, You know, definitely better than Power Windows. All you Power Windows fans can go suck a dick.
That shit
That shit's
sucks.
terrible.
Hold Your Fire
Dude,
was even worse.
I will say yes. Hold Your Fire is even worse. But what really what drives me nuts about Power Windows is how many people, like even more people, will defend Power Windows than the one. There's definitely some people who would defend Hold Your Fire, but there's even more who'll say, "Oh, Power Windows is fucking brilliant." That shit was fucking terrible, terrible.
I agree, but hey, people are weird,
Yeah.
man. People like
But
different shit.
but then again, there's a lot of people who say you and me are weird for the love we have for Grace Under Pressure.
Yeah,
I love that album. I really do.
dude, me
Really.
too. Me too.
And the funny thing is, a lot of people, uh, there's this big cult of people who like, I don't like Rush after Signals. I don't know. If I did a track for track, I might like fucking Grace Under Pressure more than Signals.
Oh no, I can't go that far. But I
Okay.
do love Grace Under Pressure. But Signals, man, Losing It, fucking Analog Kid. The only song I don't like, and there's another song I used to like and don't like anymore. Countdown.
Countdown.
I used to like, when I was a kid, I used to like that song. Now I don't. And you know when I realized I didn't like it? Here's the funny part. I realized I didn't like Countdown when they played it. I saw one of those later tours, maybe Time Machine or something, and they played it, and I was like, Yeah, man. And then I came home and listened to our record. I was like, yeah, Countdown ain't that good. But that album is fucking phenomenal. Chemistry, The Weapon. Oh my God, I love.
I like the women, but man, I really like. I don't know if there's a song I don't like on Grace Under Pressure, even though it's much more
Yeah,
80s, it's much
very,
more all that
very,
shit.
very keyboardy, but I could hang with it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm the same way. It's a weird anomaly, man. But I do dig it. I just listened to it the other day, as a matter of fact, because I saw some dumbass fucking Power Windows post. Shit's fucking
There's a
funny.
lot of people I know, more people that gave up on Rush after moving pictures, not singles. There's a lot of people that just didn't like singles.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that backlash back then. People didn't like signals.
All right. Well, here's something. I can't believe more people are not bitching about this. Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are being inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, but not Peter Criss.
And you know what? Good on them. They deserve to be in there because those are two good songwriters who wrote some amazing songs. Yes, they wrote a lot of shitty songs, more shitty songs than amazing songs. But I think the amazing songs like "Come On and Love Me," "She," and "Strange Ways" and shit. Well, that was Ace, but "Strutter," "Black Diamond," all that shit should be in the Songwriters Hall.
I'll tell you what, as much as I shit, I'm totally cool with them being in there because I agree with you 100%. But there's this comment that always comes back by Paul Stanley, and he is like the king of asshole comments. Sometimes I think even more to an extent than Gene Simmons, because Gene Simmons you just got to take with a grain of salt. He's just gonna say some fucking offhand shit. But I love when Paul Stanley says, "Oh yeah, Peter Criss wrote Beth. Yeah, you wrote a good song. Okay, show me another one." That's what I fucking thought, you know. And it is. If you listen to new Peter Criss, yeah, he's not a fucking songwriter.
He's
He's not a
not.
song. And he had nothing to do with Beth other than having the amazing vocals that sang it. And I'll give him that all day long.
But
I love Peter Criss's voice.
let me ask you: does it matter if he wrote the songs? Does it matter to you?
Um, if you're considering him a songwriter, it does. If not, I love his voice.
Because,
Especially in his prime.
all right, you know who you can say Peter Criss is like?
Who's that?
Joey Belladonna.
Yeah.
Joey Belladonna don't write shit.
No.
Yeah, people love Joey.
Yeah, but Joey never said, "Hey, I wrote fucking spreading the disease." You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter.
Where
He's still, all right, okay, so he didn't say it. He's still like Peter Criss, you know? It's still the
right,
same shit. Doesn't matter
right. No.
if this and that. It's still the same shit.
And I said
It
I
doesn't
love Peter
matter.
Criss.
Elvis Presley never wrote a goddamn song in his life. I don't care. I
Yeah,
don't care. It's the
and
purpose.
he's
It's
horrible.
the voice. The voice is what sells it. Peter Chris's voice sold Beth. Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't Bob Ezrin's orchestra. It was Peter Chris's voice sold Beth. That was the
Oh,
big component on that. And
I
there you go.
agree. I agree 1,000%. I love Peter's voice, and that's the one thing, man. That really, besides the fact that the songs suck, but man, you hit the nail on the head on his last solo album. Man, it doesn't sound like Peter, you know.
At all. He's
And
also
for people that think I'm just this Peter hater, uh, you and I, well, I think there was one song we differed on, but for the most part, we both agreed on what were like the best songs on the
I
album.
don't think it's a bad album, actually. I listened to
Oh,
it like a week.
okay, I think it's a bad album,
I don't think it's a
but
bad album. I think it's all right. I mean, I don't think it's a great album. It's like medium. I've heard way worse from him. That's his best solo album, if you ask me.
yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. All right. Well, now it's time to go into. This is an episode that you picked out, and man, you've come up with some great ideas. We kind of took it away from the, traditional what here for our album reviews, and we started doing the track by track. But you picked this one, and it kept getting postponed, but we're doing it now. It's not a track by track, it's an album by album by two legendary metal bands. And it's fucking Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, album by album. And I'm the king of, like, when we do these episodes, I take notes and I write shit down and I do all this. You're very much more off the cuff. You're like, oh, it's all in my head. I don't need it.
Actually, what I just did now was grab a pen and so I can write down the scores.
Well, yeah, I know. I have it over here.
I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it while we're doing the show.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. And I started doing like the prep for this. I mean, all these albums are in my DNA,
Yeah, I don't have to listen to them.
much like you. But it is weird putting them up against each other. And I started doing it. And I think I got about 3 albums deep with each band. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want it to be, I don't want to know who wins. I want to like just tell you what I feel. And at the end of the episode, we see who fucking wins.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you the first couple albums, but I don't know the orders of the albums. You're gonna
Oh
have to,
yeah.
you're gonna have to
Oh
bring
yeah. Well, I've got all that. Before we get going, I'm going to take one more piss. But I'm very excited about this episode. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be right back.
All right. My prediction, Priest is gonna win because I like Priest more than Maiden. Hey, when I do my track by track, sometimes the album I like more doesn't win because it's all luck of the draw. So it depends. And I understand. I forgot if it was Maiden or Priest. One of the two have two more albums, or two or three more albums. So we're not going to be. We're only going to go up to, from Rockarola to Invincible Shield, from the first album to Senjutsu, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Invincible Shield won't be on here. There's a couple that ain't going to be included. But, I mean, I haven't even thought about this, to tell you the truth. I haven't thought about it because, as Ian said, it's in our DNA. We know this shit by heart, It's a no-brainer type thing. So, yeah, even if you give me fucking Ram It Down versus A Matter of Life or Death, I can tell you which one I like more. I know them well enough to judge.
All right. Well, here's something I heard right as I was getting ready to leave. You said you predicted Judas Priest to win for you because you like Judas Priest more.
Yeah, but it might not win.
Right. And I am the same way. I would give the edge. If I had to pick between the two bands, I would go Judas Priest. But man, the way these bands add up, and you look at this shit, this is anyone's guess. And that's why I love that both of us are doing it this way. So we're going to be possibly very surprised. So let me do my column, my Priest column, and my Maiden column. All right, let me grab some more beers and we'll get started right here.
It's going to be the first time Maiden out versus Rockarola.
Yes, correct. Why don't you go ahead and go first?
Without a doubt, Iron Maiden. The first Maiden album is my favorite album of my favorite year of music, period. Rockarola, I love Rockarola. I don't know. Did you ever hear that newer version they released of Rockarola?
Yes, I loved it.
It's a fucking different album. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I love Rockarola, though it's not Priest, but I love the album. But definitely giving that one to the first Iron Maiden album. That album is fucking their greatest album, in my opinion.
All right. Well, I got to say, I am as well going with Maiden. But something, you brought up, and I think that's great because our listeners need to know this shit. Go get that new version of Rockarola.
It's amazing.
It really does. It's one of those ones, it's worth the purchase. It's worth getting, even if you're kind of so-so on the album, get it because it sounds great.
This is it right here.
Oh, love it.
Comes with a cool gatefold with the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I also got it with this right here, a bottle opener.
Oh,
Judas,
nice.
Judas Priest Rockarola bottle opener.
Oh, it's got the original logo and everything too. Nice.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, yeah.
And I love that it has the original, the Coca-Cola. I hated that fucking like demon fucking, with the fucking
It
rockets
doesn't.
around it.
I love the cover, but it doesn't match the music. You know what I
Yeah.
love? This version is embroiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
it's nice. Yeah.
beautiful.
No, we both like Rockarola, but come on, fucking Iron Maiden, dude.
No,
You know.
that album destroys it badly.
Yep. All right, so now we go into round two. It is Sad Wings Destiny versus Killers.
This may be the toughest one of them all for me. I got to go with Priest. Believe it or not, I got to go with Priest.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. To me, this one is much easier than it would seem. It's my favorite Iron Maiden album, and while I love Sad Wings of Destiny, uh, not my favorite '70s album. A lot of people like it more than me. I respect what it did for the genre. I respect what it did, like progressing the band. But it's one of those like all the songs that are on there that I love sound better on fucking Unleashing the East. We're just doing studio albums here. We're not doing the live albums. Um, but that's an easy Maiden for me. So even though I'm a Priest guy, Maiden's 2 for 0 there. 2 for 2. All right, now we go into the next one, which is going to be Sin After Sin versus Number of the Beast.
Again, two great, amazing albums. I got to go with Priest again. I'm going with Sin After Sin.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I am the Priest guy, and I am going to go with Iron Maiden on this one. Absolutely love Sin After Sin. Great fucking album. To me, a lot of people think like Priest started with Sad Wings. I really think the Priest that I know and love started with Sin After Sin. I love that album again. The songs that are famous off of that I love, I like them better on Unleashed in the East than on this one. It's Number of the Beast. The first one with Bruce. I mean, and I'm using the proper good version of Number of Beast, not that shitty one that has fucking Total Eclipse. I'm talking Invaders and Gangland shit that I know and love. I'm going with Number of the Beast. All right. So here we go. The next one. Peace of Mind versus Stained Class.
Stay in class for me.
All right. Any reasons? Anything you want to speak on?
I love Peace of Mind. I think it's an awesome album. I love Number of the Beast as well. But Stay in Class to me hits me more in the souls. Uh, uh, Invader, Heroes End, Beyond the Realms of Death, Exciter. It's just Savage, the title track. I think it's overall a better album. So I'm giving that Stained Class.
All right. Well, on this one, this was like the easiest one for me to do, at least so far, I should say. This is kind of about where I stopped, where I'm like, I'm just going to do it live. It's my favorite Judas Priest album of all time, up against a really fucking good Iron Maiden album. I love Peace of Mind. Fucking love it. But I will say this. I don't think Iron Maiden in their entire catalog has an album that can beat Stained Class. My opinion. My favorite Judas Priest by a fucking country mile. Love me some Maiden. Priest finally gets on the board here with their first victory. Then we go to the next one, which is going to be, depending on what side of the pond you're on, either Killing Machine or Hellbent for Leather versus Power Slave.
Wow. This hurts for me to do this, but I'm going to have to go with Power Slave. It hurts, but I like Power Slave more.
All right. Well, this one for me was a slam dunk. Fucking Power Slave all day long. There's some stuff that I love on. Hey, fuck you. I'm an American. You know, it's Hellbent for Leather. But Hellbent for Leather to me was a major step back. Even though there's some legendary songs on this, you know, you see the roots of Turbo on fucking Hellbent for Leather, in my opinion. Way light in the loafers compared to Stained Class, where fucking Power Slave, first off, is the greatest album they ever did with fucking Bruce Dickinson.
Hell yeah.
By far.
Hell yeah.
I love every track on this. And this was, to me, the last, like, metal album of Iron Maiden. There's some albums they've done after this that I like, but they branch out and they do different shit. This is when Iron Maiden was pure fucking metal. This is when Bruce Dickinson said, you can't use synthesizers in metal. And he meant it when this came out. You know, but he changed his mind like we all do. But yeah, get the fuck out of here. Power Slave all day long. All right. Now we're going to go. It's Judas Priest wise. It's going to be British Steel versus Somewhere in Time.
Come on. Do I even have to say it? British Steel by far. By far.
All right. Anything you want to expand on, or just say fuck it by far?
Judas Priest. I don't think Judas Priest ever made an album as good as British Steel since British Steel. I think it was, you know, it was the blueprint of, you know, Hellbent for Leather had signs of British Steel on it, but British Steel nailed it. I think it may be the first song with Tom Allen, or was Tom Allen part of Hellbent? I can't remember.
No, that was still James Guthrie. Tom Allen's first one was Unleashed. And then he went Unleashed through
Ram It Down. Right?
Ram It Down, yeah.
Yeah, and Somewhere in Time, though I do like it more now than I did back then. Back then I fucking hated it. I always liked Wasted Years and Alexander the Great, and then I've grown to like Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner and Deja Vu. So half of it I like. The other half I don't like. It's Iron Man with synthesizers.
All right. Well, for me, this is slam dunk, easy, no fucking contest. But the Judas Priest guy is going for fucking Maiden. Again, I think it's timeline. I respect British Steel and what it stands for and what it meant at the time. But the songs that are on the hits on that, I never want to hear again. I mean, when I think of British Steel, I think of Metal Gods and The Rage and Steeler and stuff like that. But there's also, you know, horrible shit. Isn't United on fucking British Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some Turbo shit. It's fucking horrible. The only song that I don't like on Somewhere in Time, and you know, I still like it, I just don't love it, is Heaven Can Wait.
Oh, God, I hate that song.
I know, and I've gone back and forth. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes like I can tolerate it. But like if that song wasn't on there, I would be like Somewhere in Time would be like with Power Slave. That's how much I love it. But Timeline, it was my first Iron Maiden album. You know, I remember the day I bought that and Wasp Inside the Electric Circus. The first Iron Maiden song I ever heard was A Stranger in a Strange Land. So there was no like, oh, they sold out on this because it was the first thing I heard and I loved it. But the thing is, it stands up. I still, to this day, I listen to it and get goosebumps. I absolutely fucking love it, even with Heaven Can Wait, which I was, I hate when they play it live and the whole soccer chant, whoa, whoa. I fucking hate that shit. But the rest of it, and the one that I don't get, like I think it should be in everybody's like top fucking 10 Maiden songs. And I know you don't like it, is Sea of Madness.
Yeah, that shit
I
sucks.
fucking love that shit.
I liked it better when it was called Flight of Icarus.
British Steel again. I respect the timeline. I respect what it did at the time, but I don't think a lot of it, holds up. And it's not fucking stained class level Judas Priest. Let's be honest.
I never said it was.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's a slam. I'm just saying to me and to the heaviness and to the longevity and the re-listenability of it. Is what it is. All right, so the next one is going to be Screaming for Vengeance versus Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Point of Entry.
Or no, yeah, you're right. Point of Entry. Point of Entry versus
Seventh Son. Paying attention. Come on. Point of
I know, right?
Well, see, here is a great example of timeline because a lot of people think Seventh Son is the best Iron Maiden now. People that got into Iron Maiden at the time. I love Point of Entry because at the time back then, I didn't know people that would say sell out. And because it was, looking back on, I guess it was a sellout album. Them trying to, them taming down. But I didn't see it that way back then. Neither did none of my friends. We heard shit like Desert Plains, Solar Angels, fucking Hot Rock and Turning Circles and heading out to the highway.
Don't go.
We loved it all. We didn't like You Say Yes or All the Way, but I like them now because they're so bad it's great type thing. Seven Son sucks so hard, man. I only like Moonchild on the title track. I think the rest of the album is fucking piss poor. So easily Point of Entry for me. And that has a lot to do with timeline, I will admit. Because people that discovered Seventh Son and then go back and listen to Point of Entry with the mentality of later generations, I totally understand how you think Point of Entry is a sellout, shitty album, and Seventh Son is a masterpiece. I understand your train of thought there, but do you understand my train of thought that I don't think that way, But it's cool if you like Seventh Son more. But me, Point of Entry all the way.
All right. Well, I've told the story multiple times on this show when we're reviewing Iron Maiden and stuff about when this album came out. I remember going to Sears and buying it, the long box. It looked so beautiful, and all this shit. And I was all into fucking Maiden at this time. And I'm sitting in an adult bookstore as, I think I was 12 or 13 when this came out. No, maybe 14. And this old man who just hung out in the dirty bookstore and looked at dirty books, looked at me and goes, "You think you're still going to be listening to this when you're 27? And I was like, fuck yeah, this is amazing. What a fucking great album. Now I never want to listen to fucking Seventh Son.
That was me that said that to
you. No, this guy's long been dead. This guy was in his 60s back then. But it's always funny because I was dead set. Like, oh, he's wrong. He don't know shit. He knew something because to this day, I still fucking rock Point of Entry all the fucking time. And sorry, Maiden fans, I'll take You Say Yes over any song on fucking Seventh Son. And it's just, to me, it's so fucking mid and so fucking... And I'm not saying there's songs I don't like. There's songs that I like on it. I love me some... I know Ralph hates it. Moonchild. I love Moonchild.
I love Moonchild. Moonchild
What?
and Seventh Son are the two songs I love off that
Oh,
album.
I thought you didn't like Moonchild.
The Moonchild is the best song on the album.
Oh, okay. Okay. Love Moonchild. I'll still take You Say Yes. I love Point of Entry.
I'll take Moonchild over You Say Yes. That's for sure.
I don't know. I love it. I love Point of Entry. I think I look at Point of Entry like most people look at British Steel. And I know that's wrong. I mean, I know, like, if you look at the importance of those albums and what they did for the genre, I get it. It's much more British Steel. I'm saying for me, for my ears, man, I can never get enough of Point of Entry. I think it's a great fucking album. And hey, dude, I worship fucking Slayer, and Slayer's like, oh yeah, that's when we gave up on Priest. You know, that shit's fucking horrible. Whatever. I don't give a fuck because I like it. No, fuck that. I don't like it. I love it. Point of Entry, man. All fucking day long. All right. So now we go to it's gonna be Screaming for Vengeance versus No Prayer for the Dying.
Hey, you know what? I like No Prayer for Dying more than Seventh Son and Somewhere in Time, but not even close, man. Screaming devours it. Screaming is one hell of a fucking album. I never liked You Got Another Thing Coming, even when it was brand new. That was the one song I always hated off. I mean, I actually really hate it, you know? And I remember I had Screaming for Vengeance for a while before MTV showed the video. And I remember I was like, they picked this goddamn song? This fucking song off this incredible album? Well, it turns out to be their biggest hit. So what do I know? But all I know is I think it sucks, you know? So, but yeah, man, Screaming by far. And I
All
love
right.
No Prayer. No Prayer to me, I wouldn't go as far as say I love it, but I like how they got back a little bit more in the nitty gritty, and I like that song Assassin that has ass in it. And Mother Russia is my favorite song off there. I like Tail Gunner. I like a few songs off that album. I thought that album was an improvement, but boy, does everybody hate that shit. I'll never forget the black thrash band that played next door to us during the Thrash or Die days. They all loved Iron Maiden. They all had the same favorite Iron Maiden song, Infinite Dreams. They
Oh,
all
that's the one. That's the one I was. That's my favorite song off of fucking
But
Seventh Son.
everybody in that band thought that was their best song. And I brought up No Prayer for the Dying, and all five of them were yelling at me violently because they hated that album so much. And I was like, dude, I think that album blows away the last two Maiden albums. But against Scream for Vengeance, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, that's fine. I'm glad you brought that. That's what I meant to be talking about. Infinite Dreams. That's my favorite song off of Seventh Son. Okay, so these two. Oh my God, is this fucking easy? Of course, it's going to Judas Priest. I remember when this one came out. When I'm sorry, when I say this one, I mean No Prayer for the Dying. They'd switched labels. Now they were on Epic. There was no like promotion, no war. Like we didn't have the internet back then. I just walked in the fucking record store and there was a new Iron Maiden. I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know they had a new album coming out. What a fucking step down. And I will say this. I guess it's spoiler alert. I mean, I'll take it over the next fucking album. I think it's way better than fucking Fear of the Dark. And the way Fear in the Dark is like still a fucking like concert staple, I would take the fucking title track over No Prayer. Way better than Fear of the Dark, in my opinion. And you're going up against Screaming for Vengeance. To me, without a doubt, the greatest. To me, Screaming for Vengeance is to the 80s Judas Priest what Stained Class was to 70s Judas Priest. The fucking best. Not even fucking close. There's not one nanosecond that's bad on Screaming for Vengeance. No Prayer for the Dying, on the other hand, what a fucking limp fucking record. Couple songs I like. Let's not get a, let's not shit the bed. Uh, you know, but compared to what they did before, the production is fucking horrendous. Yes, they still had fucking Martin Birch, but he's very much like signing his name and taking a check, and Steve Harris is taking more of a fucking, doing more. They recorded in a fucking barn and it fucking sounds like it. This album sounds fucking tired and fucking broken down. Fucking horrible, but it's not as horrible as fucking Fear of the Dark. But yeah, Judas Priest gets this one. All right, so then we go to Defenders of the Faith versus Fear of the Dark.
Well, Defender of the Faith, believe it or not, I may like even a little more than Scream for Vengeance. Just a little.
Oh, I know you do, because you don't like Screaming for Vengeance all that much.
No, I love Scream for Vengeance.
But you like Defenders and British Steel better.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Defenders, I don't think they ever made an album as good as Defenders since Defenders. That to me is peak Priest, but there's some good albums coming up. Fear of the Dark, to me, I only like Be Quick or Be Dead in the song Fear of the Dark. Everything in between is shit, so it's a shit sandwich.
Would you be okay though if you saw Maiden live and they didn't play Fear of the Dark? Would you be okay?
Yeah, but I still like the song.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'd rather hear To Tame a Land or something like that,
Yeah.
But yeah, Fear of the Dark was huge and too long and stupid song. Weekend Warrior, oh my. That fucking song.
Hey, I'd rather hear that than Wasted Love.
Yeah, Wasted. Oh, yeah. That whole album, man. Other than the
You know what else sucks dick? And it's time somebody talks about it. And I don't care if it's fucking Bruce's version or fucking Maiden's version. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter is fucking horrible.
Yeah. But that's on No Prayer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sucks too.
It's not on Fear of the Dark, but it would fit right in Fear of the Dark. Yeah, Priest all the way, man. Free Will Burning, Jawbreaker, The Sentinel, Love Bites, Eat Me Alive. Come on, get out of town. Easily Defenders.
All right. Well, yeah, I think it's fairly obvious. I'm going to go Defenders of the Faith here. And what's funny is I took a while to buy Defenders of the Faith because I did not like Free Will Burning when I first heard it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then it wasn't until I heard other songs off the, like, I don't think I bought Defenders until after Metalworks came out. And I heard like the other songs off of Metalworks and I was like, oh, I love When the Night Comes Down and Sentinel and fucking all this shit, Like, I love Free Will Burning now. It's still not my favorite album or favorite track on the album, but I really didn't like it at first.
I remember when that song was new, only one of my friends can sing the fast part. My friend Greg. Yeah. We all tried. Look before the leap, the road is free. He was able to do it. Nobody sang that fast back then. That was insane singing. That's an insane song. Free Will Burn. That's them like amping up the metal to 11, Fucking crazy shit.
I do take it back because I'll never forget. I think I must have heard. I think Love Bites must have been on Priest Live.
Yeah. Better version. I like it more on Priest Live.
Because that was my first Priest album was Turbo. And then I got Priest Live. And I've said this before on the show. I called up a college radio station that had a metal show. And I requested Love Bites by Judas Priest, and they made fun of me. They're like, Love Bites, what a stupid song. Like, and they wouldn't play it. They're like, it just sounds retarded. But then, not too long after that, Hysteria came out, and they played Love Bites by fucking Def Leppard at nauseum, like every week. And I'm like, this song is fucking horrible, But anyway, yeah, fucking Defenders all day fucking long. All right. Well, then we go into Turbo versus X Factor.
Oh, easily X Factor. And I'm not a big fan of X Factor, but I love Sign of the Cross. I love Man on the Edge. There's a couple more, and I love the bonus track Judgment Day. I don't hate X Factor as much as everybody, but yeah, it's kind of like in the league of Fear the Dark and shit. But Turbo was just fucking, dude. It was like, when you heard Load, you know, it's that kind of shocking shit. I remember I was horrified with Turbo when it came out, when it was new, and I was like, what is this garbage? Now looking back, I like Turbo Lover now. I always liked Out of the Cold. And How for Love, such a stupid song. I like it. So I grew to like 3 songs. But I but I like X Factor more. So I'll give that one a Maiden.
All right. Well, here's another one that's easy for me. All Day Long, Turbo. X Factor fucking sucks. I'm trying to think. I can't remember if there's a song on X Factor that I like when Bruce sang it, or if that was a song off of fucking um, Virtual 11. I think Klansman's on Virtual 11. That sounded good when Bruce sang it. And I think there might be one on Virtual or on X Factor that I liked when Bruce sang it. I don't know. Fucking Blaze Bailey can eat a dick straight up. He sounded fucking horrible in fucking Maiden. That shit was fucking terrible. Turbo is definitely Timeline for me. And I still admit that album sucks. What was the song you said you liked? Wild for Love?
No,
Or
Hot for Love. Hot for Love.
Hot for Oh God, that shit's fucking horrible. But then again, I like Parental Guidance.
Yeah, that's worse. Come on, that's
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I like Parental Guidance.
At least Hot for Love doesn't sound like it was written at Sesame Street.
Yeah. I like Parental Guidance. I like Turbo Lover. I love Out in the Cold. Uh, I can tolerate Private Property.
Ugh.
The one that surprises me that people like off that album is Reckless. I think Reckless is fucking
Terrible,
horrible.
terrible song. And that was supposed to be on the Love Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun soundtrack.
Top Gun
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm like, what? But no, seriously, like you've seen it too, right? People defend that like that.
Yeah. I hate that song.
I'm like, to me, it's right there with Wild Nights and Hot and Crazy Days.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, ugh. Like, don't get, but yeah, still, it's better than fucking X Factor. Fucking horrible. All right, so now we got Ram It Down versus Virtual 11.
Both not that great, but easily Ram It Down. There's some of it I like. I like Blood Red Skies. I think that's the best song on that album.
Oh yeah.
And there's a couple other songs that are okay. Nothing to write home about. I like Future Real and was it The Klansman?
Yeah.
There's two okay songs on there, but then it has the worst Iron Maiden song ever, Angel and the Gambler.
Woof.
But you know what? Como Esta is not that much better. It's a wee better. That's a terrible album. So yeah, totally Priest on that.
All right. Let's see. Ram It Down versus Virtual 11. Oh, give me a fucking break. Priest. Virtual 11 sucks fucking dick. Klansman again. I only give a shit if Bruce singing. Fucking Blaze is fucking horrible. But Ram It Down's no fucking walk in the park, man. I remember when that came out, being highly disappointed. But I still love, God, what's, trying to think of the song. Let me look on here. There's a song that I really love on that album. Let's see here. Ram It Down.
Should be Blood Red Skies. That's the only one I love.
Oh, Blood Red Skies is great. I'm a Rocker.
Oh,
You don't like
Oh,
that song?
that song sucks.
Oh, I
You
love that
know,
song.
you know. It's funny. I saw Ram It Down tour and they didn't play it, right? But
Yeah.
Angel Retribution, they played it. I was like, you got to be
Yeah.
fucking kidding me.
Oh, dude, I because they put out the live video from that tour and it had "I'm a Rocker" and I was like, "Fucking A, right." But what's funny is I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the fucking set list, right, for the song list for "Ram It Down," and it easily wipes the floor with "Virtual Lovin'." But the only two songs I like is "Blood Red Skies" and "I'm a Rocker." The rest, I'm like, ugh. I mean, Jesus Christ, Love Zone. you know, hard
Ooh,
as an hard as an iron. You know, we all know Johnny Be Good was fucking terrible. The
yeah.
movie was better. You know, so yeah, that's some horrible shit. Now we go to one. This is one that I was like, and I know it's easy for you. It was much harder for me, but it's Painkiller versus what
Brave
the
New
fuck?
World.
Brave New World, yeah.
Painkiller by far. And I am not the biggest Painkiller fan. I think it's too one-dimensional. I like my Judas Priest with peaks and valleys, but the song Painkiller is one of the greatest Judas Priest songs ever. I love All Guns Blazing, Nightcrawler, it's good on there. And that's about it. Um, and I mean, Brave New World, you talk about, oh, people love it. Boy, people love Brave New World. They
Oh
love
yeah.
fuck out of that album. I don't get it personally, but that's fate. People have different opinions. Though I love Ghost of the Navigator. That's the standout track on the album for that. I like that song, but not even close. Painkiller all the way.
All right. Well, yeah, we agree there. Another for Priest, Painkiller. But I will say, uh, Brave New World's the last Iron Maiden album I ever gave a fuck about. I love Brave New World, but Painkiller to me is fucking flawless. I know you argue that it's too one dimensional, and I get what you say. There's a lot more Judas Priest albums that have more of a fucking light and shade and different style songs where Painkiller is all like, a bunch of fucking heavy songs, but I think they're fucking great. Brave New World, there's a lot of shit I love on it. Um, but then there's horrible shit like Blood Brothers that they
Ew.
keep playing. They play that all the time, and I get it. He wrote about his dad who died, so he's got more invested in it than me. But to my ears, it's a shitty fucking song. It's fucking terrible. But there's other stuff that I love on there, like A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I love, and that's Priest do. I mean, Maiden doing something different. But I really love that fucking song. I love Ghost and Navigator. I love Wicker Man, even though yeah, it's running wild. Uh, but I dig it. I was really excited about that album. Yes, it's one that came out in the CD age. It's far too long. Um, but it's the last time I think Maiden did anything that I gave a shit about. Uh, but yeah, definitely Painkiller. All right, so then we go into Jugulator versus Dance of Death.
Oh, easy for me.
Yeah.
Dance to Death by far. By far. I love Dance to Death. I think that's a great album. I think it's the best album they've done since Power Slave, actually. So, Jugulator's terrible. I don't get it. I think it's them trying to be Pantera and the fucking and I don't mind juvenile lyrics, but that shit's a little too much. Dead meat and shit like that. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, that was all Glenn Tipton's fault. He took over the band, wrote the lyrics and music, and it's fucking shit. So yeah,
Yeah.
Dance to Death by far.
All right. Well, I will say I had high hopes for Dance of Death. and then I saw the album cover, and I just knew it was going to sound like the album cover. And I know Dance to Death is an album you initially hated that you've come around to. Now you like it. You didn't
Yeah,
like it at first, correct?
yeah,
Um,
like a lot of
and
things.
and I kind of I felt the same way about Jugulator. Funny thing today is, getting ready to do this. So I'm listening to different shit. And I was like, okay, well, why listen to all the albums that I know I love or I know I hate? Let me listen to some albums that I ignore and shit. So I threw on Jugulator. I could barely make it through the first fucking song. I'm like, this is fucking terrible. But then I thought about it, like, even though I didn't go any further than that, I went back to Maiden because I'm going back between Maiden and Priest. Um, Cathedral Spires is better by a country mile than any fucking song on Dance of Death. I think that album is so boring. It's like they're in full, like, we're Jethro Tull fucking mode, which unfortunately they're stuck in. Fucking horrible. I got to give it to Jugulator. All right, so the next one is going to be Demolition by Judas Priest versus A Matter of Life and Death by Iron Maiden.
Easily Iron Maiden, and it's not really a great album, but I like the reincarnation of Benjamin Briggs. I think that's a cool song. There's a couple okay songs on that album. Demolition is just the worst Judas Priest album, even worse than Turbo.
All right. Uh, well, I'm going to go with you there. I'm giving it to Maiden. I'm going to give it to Maiden. Uh, but you said it was worse than fucking than Turbo. I I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. Well, I don't
You're
know.
the
I
one
like
that likes Turbo.
yeah, you're right. I like Turbo better. Um, Demolition's horrible, but I'll say the only reason that Demolition beats, I mean that Matter Life and Death beats, is the reincarnation of Benjamin Bragg. Other than that, it's fucking again songs that are fucking 13 minutes that deserve to be 4. And that's from here on out, that's Iron Maiden to a fucking T, you know. And the funny thing is, I remember when Demolition came out, I liked it a lot better than fucking Jugulator. And for the reason, like you say, you don't like painkillers much. I thought Demolition had more of like a flow of different style of songs. But boy, the fuck was I wrong. Because when we did that review and I had to go back and listen to it again, like other than like the first initial, like first week listening to it, I was like, oh my God, this is fucking horrible. Oh, it was so bad, man. It was so bad. But we both agree. We saw Priest with Ripper, and he was fantastic live. But goddamn, the studio albums he had to sing on were horrible. But that Maiden album is no fucking. It's no fucking picnic. But Benjamin Bragg alone is why it wins. All right, so now we go into um, it'd be
Angel Retribution,
yeah, Angel of Retribution versus uh
the Book of
the
Soul.
no, what's the one with the horrible fucking sci-fi cover?
Oh yeah, Final Frontier.
Final Frontier versus Angel of Retribution.
All right, Final Frontier would probably be my least favorite Iron Maiden album. Where Angel Retribution is the best thing they've done since Defenders, and that's the one Priest album I will say that reminds me more of the 70s, even though there's 80s sounding stuff, but there's a lot of light and shade on that album with Angel and Hell Rider and Worth Fighting For is amazing. There's a lot of cool songs on there that's originality. It's not Iron Maiden redoing their shit over and over again. That's an album. And of course, the song that only Mick Watkins and I like is Loch Ness. We both love the fuck out of that song. and I love Angel Retribution. One of my, I'm telling you, it's I'll put it above fucking, I'll put it above Painkiller, Point of Entry. Uh, I won't put it above Screaming though, or Defenders, or but everything after Defenders. I definitely put it after that. So yeah,
All right.
Angel Retribution.
Uh, well, unfortunately, I saw the Final Frontier tour.
So did
I did.
I.
Yeah. And the best part of that was Dream Theater opening up. Um, and that's saying something. Uh, oh, yeah. Angel of Retribution all day long. I love Angel of Retribution other than Loch Ness. Loch Ness to me is like, hey, here's a great album. And at the end, they fucking give you a Kansas City hot plate right on your fucking face. You
Damn.
know, what a fucking turd of a fucking song. Fucking horrible. Uh, and Final Frontier, there's actually a couple songs that I do really like. There's one I fucking love. I think it's there's a song on Final Frontier that I'll take over any song that they've done since Bruce came back. And I know you don't like it. It's a song called Mother of Mercy.
Yeah,
I think that song's
yeah, that
fantastic.
shit's terrible.
The
Loch,
rest of the album, go ahead.
Loch Ness is much better.
Uh, the rest of the album, fucking prog, fucking bullshit, horrible. 13 minutes for no fucking reason, fucking irreprehensible, fucking trash. And I felt so bad for my friend that I took to that show. He was new into Maiden, but he loved him. But I mean, he listened to like classic Maiden. He's like, oh my god, this band's incredible. And then we go there, and he got to hear 3 classic Maiden songs, and that was it. You know, what a horrible fucking concert, man. It was so bad. It was so bad. It wasn't as bad as the Matter of Life and Death tour where they played the whole thing, but it was pretty fucking close. Fucking horrible. All right. Then we go into Nostradamus versus Book of Souls.
Nostradamus by far. It's an album that a lot of people don't like, including yourself. I love that album. I haven't played in a while. I should play it after I'm done here. I just love the album. I think it's very inventive, different, but it does have some brief moments like persecution and the title track, and it's got a lot of great songs. And I love some of the mellower songs like Alone, and the song War is awesome. I love, love, love Nostradamus and Book of Souls. I love the song Book of Souls. I think that's a great song, but yeah, definitely got to give that to Priest. I think I may have wrote extra points here, so
All right. Um, well, I will say Nostradamus is by far the worst fucking Priest album. I think it's worse than the 2 fucking Ripper Owens albums. Um, just power metal, English fucking crap, fucking horrible. Um, that being said, it makes Book of Souls sound like fucking Rain and Blood. Book of Souls is the worst Iron Maiden album by far, by a fucking country mile. I'll take the Blaze albums over Book of Souls. What a bunch of bloated fucking not a good song in the fucking bunch. Even if you cut them down by 37 minutes and made them 20-minute songs.
what, you don't like Empire of the Clouds?
Fucking horror. Listen to Empire of the Clouds and listen to fucking Bruce Dickinson's Crimson fucking whatever. What is it? Crimson fucking King?
Chemical Wedding.
Chemical Wedding. That's a fucking album. Chemical Wedding's a fucking album.
Masterpiece.
Yeah. Better than half the albums he did with fucking Judas. I mean, with Iron Maiden. Fucking Book of Souls. If you like Book of Souls, you're not a fucking Maiden fan. You're a fucking, you're like a fucking 80s Jethro Tull fan who just heard this album. It's fucking garbage. Oh my God, what a piece of shit. So yeah, I'll take the horrible Nostradamus over fucking Book of Souls. Did I put a mark for that? Okay, I'm gonna. So then we got Redeemer of Souls versus Shitsitsu.
Oh man. I'm gonna go with Redeemer of Souls, but I think that album's very front loaded. I think it loses a lot after the first 4 or 5 songs. Senjutsu, it's bloated. Though I like the long songs on there. Like my favorite is Death of the Celts, and that's a real long song. I really love that song. But as a whole, man, they're both pretty weak. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Priest on that one, but it's not a good album. And that's it.
All right.
Which one do you like more?
All right. Um, I think I listened to Redeemer of Souls all the way through once. And then, there's different versions of Redeemers. And then there's like this EP that can be added to the album.
I have it. Five Souls.
Yeah. I found a lot of it very forgettable, other
Yeah.
than Dragonaut. I like Dragonaut. But as a whole, I found it very forgettable for Priest. That being said, with the one song Dragonaut, it's like there's not one good fucking song on Shitsitsu. It's fucking horrible. So I give it to Priest. And then we got to talk about the last two Priest album, but I'll be right back. I got to piss again. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. I thought Flamethrower was great. Not Flamethrower, but that's like a killer song. What is it? Not Flamethrower. What's the name of the fucking album? I don't like the title track. Firepower, that's the name of it. I don't like the title track. I thought that was kind of predictable and boring, but Trader's Gate is awesome. So is Never Surrender. Oh, it's got a handful of great tracks. Way better than Redeemer Souls. Then Invincible Shield. I listened to it the other day and it's nothing special to me. It's not terrible. I mean, some of the songs are okay, but it's kind of like just the same old, same old. Same old shit. It doesn't have songs that stick out like the stuff on Firepower, but I've heard worse. But yeah, I would say Demolition is worse, and Turbo is worse. But yeah, not a huge fan of the last Invincible Shield album, but I like Firepower a lot.
I can't believe I forgot to change my background to this. Right when we're at the end. Okay, so you talked about the last two Priests, right? Firepower, I thought was very, very good album. A couple songs too long, but really strong. Invincible Shield. At first I was like, and then I liked it a little bit more. And then I went back and listened to it a couple weeks ago, and I went back to like didn't grab me as much. Uh, we'll see what happens if they do another one. Uh, I don't know what Maiden's gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna do another album. I don't know if there is gonna be any kind of change in the dynamic with the new drummer. I went and saw the no, I didn't see him with the new drummer. There's still Nico when I saw him last time, but uh, from what I've heard, he's not Nico, but I don't think the drumming was the problem. I think Steve Harris is the fucking problem, and has been for about fucking 30 years. Uh, so I have absolutely no hope in a new Iron Maiden being good. New Judas Priest could go either way. But yeah, I'd have to say I'm more of a Judas Priest fan, but the first six Maiden I would put up amongst the finest in fucking metal. So it's kind of an odd matchup. But let's add up our points because I think we both think like
I,
did
I,
I
I
make
fucked up. I fucked up. Priest won by far. I
okay.
think I got the Maiden part right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Maiden albums, one, and the rest is Judas Priest.
All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for Priest, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Maiden.
So
So
mine would
total.
be 13. Mine would be 13 Priest, 4 Maiden.
All right. Well, I feel we made a fucking because I think
5
I
Maiden.
think I think we were adding up. I think we were doing 19 albums, but somehow I got 20 points. So I think I did something wrong. But yeah, Priest won. Priest won by a landslide. So you get what you get when it's free. I'm drinking.
And what a great subject. Iron Maiden versus Judas Priest. A lot of people out there like Maiden more than Priest.
Yeah.
Not many like Priest more than Maiden. We're kind of like, we're part of the smaller crowd. The
Yeah.
masses, the masses love Iron Maiden. And according to Mark Allen Taylor, the masses is what matter because, Rock
Right.
and Roll Hall of Fame and shit like that. But I'm more of a Priest guy. Always will be, but you know what? And I'll say this too. You know how much I love 1980, 81. But dude, Iron Maiden first album in Killers destroys British Steel and Point of Entry. So I mean, Iron Maiden with Deanna was a different beast. It was just a different band,
Yeah.
and
I'm excited for the new documentary too. You know, I hope
oh
it's done
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Should be cool.
Uh, I don't know who's doing it. I don't think it's Sam Dunn. Sam Dunn's doing a new documentary on somebody. I can't remember who it is. I think it's
Me
going to be a good.
doing it on
Who
me.
is it?
Me.
Oh, okay. But still, one of my favorite concerts, man, was when you took me to fucking Priest, man. And like at the time, my private life, was in fucking shambles, and what I needed was that vacation with you. And oh my God, did we have fun! What a great pre-show it was, and they broke out Starbreaker and
They
fucking
played. They played "Take These Chains Off" for the very first time.
yeah, and Charlie Hill was there,
They
and
played
fucking
"Out in the Cold."
yeah, and we met Dave the Beast Spitz, and Charlie Hill, and fucking oh my God, it was so good, and fucking I ate the crazy leftovers from the gas station, and
Ew.
and we did the acid and the blow and Stargrove.
Good time.
Good fucking times, man. But no, good episode, and hey, both good bands. But yeah, man, I'm Priest all day long, and so are you. So there you go. Sometimes we agree on shit, you know. Even though we disagreed on this, we both had Priest by a landslide.
Yeah, yeah, true.
All right. Well, now it's time to go to pick of the week. And pick of the week, we're going to go to the right and in the middle.
Here?
Right there, right there. That one. That's the one. What you got?
All right, let me pick another one. This is still sealed. It's the Cheap Trick Christmas
Because
album.
it's Christmas. Yeah, nobody likes Christmas.
It's actually not a bad album and I don't like Christmas music, but there are a couple good tracks. I also have it on compact disc. That's why I
All
never.
right. Well, go the other way then. Go the other side. There you go. Right there. Right there. That's got to be better. Ooh. Woo.
Oh, this is a band called Pink Floyd. You might know them because they had the "We Don't Need No Education" song, but this is an album they released in 1973 called "Dark Side of the Moon." I was just talking about this the other day because somebody paid for me to rank the Judas Priest albums. And when I used to work for the city, I knew this sewer worker, Mario, Cuban guy. He didn't know shit about music and stuff. And I have a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon shirt. And I'm taking my walk, and Mario sees me and he goes, "Hey Ralph, why are you wearing that shirt, man?" Well, that's not cool because he thought I was gay. But yeah, you know what? I went through a little bit of hate for this album because it was so popular.
Really?
But you know what? There is still one song I hate on this album though.
Really?
What inside one?
Uh, you talk about the one where the girls
Yeah, it just bothers me.
Oh, I love it.
Whatever the name of that one was. But I love the rest of it. My favorite song on here is it's a cross between Brain Damage and On the Run. Like those two songs are kind of tied. But I want to, a shout out to my friend Julie who died. Every time I hear Time, I think of her because I'll never forget when I was with her and intimate and the song wasn't playing, but she just said to me, "I love to warm my bones beside the fire." That line always stuck with me. And every time I hear Time, I think of Julie, I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Julie. But yeah, it's a classic. It's a great album. I just went through a little phase of, it's too popular. But I'm a dickhead.
No, it's to
It's a
me a
great,
flawless album.
it's a
And
great album.
I go back to that album to the eighth grade, and it was one of those. I remember my dad and his girlfriend went out on a date and left me home alone, and I was all excited because I got to be left home alone. And I was like, my dad was always making fun of the shit I listened to. He hated Kiss, hated all that shit. I'm like, all right, listen to his shit, see what the big deal's about. And I listened to The Dark Side, and I was like, whatever. It ain't that good, It ain't fucking, Bullet Boys, you know. And I was like, whatever. But then there was something dragging me back. Like, I don't know, this shit. Like, too many people talk about this shit. Maybe I'm missing something. And I remember like taking a bath because this is something my dad used to do. My dad would always like take a long bath, and he'd go in there. He was a smoker, He'd go in there with a couple of beers, cigarettes, and an ashtray, and take a long bath, and he'd listen to fucking music. So I'm trying to be cool like my dad. So I went there, and I was like, let me try it again. And it hit me like a ton of bricks on the second listen. For whatever, everything that eclipsed me, no pun intended, on the first listen, I got on the second. And then it was a thing for like months. Like once a week, I'd take a bath and I would just sit in there, and I had it on cassette, and flip it over, and I'd reach over on the boom box and flip it over, and I was just like, wow, this is fucking unlike anything else. Keep in mind I'm listening to cock rock at the time. Of course, it's unlike anything else. Um, but it's a fucking masterpiece, man.
I think that's the album. it didn't sell the most. That's the Eagles and Michael Jackson. But I think
Yeah.
Dark Side is the one that's been on the charts the longest than any album, I believe.
Yeah, I don't at this, I don't keep up with the charts like I used to because I don't give a fuck because I don't give a fuck about modern music. But I think it has the longest, like it never leaves the charts. Is the thing with Dark Side. You know what I mean? It's always there. People are always discovering and buying and rebuying Dark Side of the Moon. And for good reason, man. It's fucking just incredible. Um, all right, so my pick of the week, I'm gonna go with even though they lost and they got their asses handed to them fucking hard. Um, I'm gonna go with a live Iron Maiden album. I know Ralph loves this one. He loves it much more than the beloved Live After Death, which I love. But Beast over Hammersmith.
Yeah.
Beast over Hammersmith is amazing. And what's funny is I'm so old, I come from a time when the only way you could get Beast over Hammersmith was if you bought the Maiden box set that had all the fucking bonus shit that I still have, like in the tin with the shot glasses and stuff, even though it's rusting like a motherfucker. But nowadays, I think you can buy it on vinyl separately, or for a while you could. Yeah.
It's Number of the Beast with uh Beast over Hammersmith, two albums.
You know what? I almost bought that. The only reason I didn't is because it's got the shitty fucking Total Eclipse shit and not the good songs on it. I love Gangland and Invaders.
Yeah, it still has Invaders, but not Ganglands, and I'm fine with that because Gangland sucks.
Yeah. See,
I like
I
Total
love,
Eclipse way more than Ganglands.
yeah.
So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that they did that. But you know what? I said this the other day. I think I am a little unfair with Ganglands and Invader. The reason why is like I don't think those songs are as good as the rest of the album, but they're not horrible. I
Yeah.
don't think they're bad. They're not like fucking, Can I Play with Madness or, shit like that. I mean, they're tolerable. They're not bad. They're not bad songs, but yeah, I'll take Total. And you know that this album, Beast Over Hammersmith, took 20 years for us to hear it.
Yeah.
20 fucking years till that Eddie thing came out. And
Do you have the CD box set that I have that's in the tin and everything?
No, I wish I did. I never bought it.
Yeah, no, I got, and what's weird is like if you look, it's like depending if you have the blue or the red. I can't remember which was the first edition. I think I have the first edition. But that was like a bonus one, and then you had best of the B-sides and all that shit. But I still have that. But again, maybe it's timeline for me. I just grew up listening to the original Number of the Beast, and I never hated those songs. I never thought they were lesser songs. I always liked them. I could name 20 other popular Maiden songs that I think Gangland Invaders are better than. It's just me.
Yeah,
But
I'm kind of.
I will say this, and like you don't like Live After Death. I love Live After Death.
I hate that album.
But Beast over Hammersmith is fucking amazing.
I always thought that about Live After Death, and nobody I knew thought that. Everybody thought that. I never met anybody that disliked Live After Death until I got online. And recently I did. It was Kiss Alive versus Live After Death. And the comments were unbelievable. Most people hated Live After Death. People
you can't put Kiss against nothing and have it be fair because they're fucking Kiss.
No, I did. There's Maiden twats on my channel, all over my channel. There was many that said, "Oh, Live After Death by far."
Yeah.
But more people said Live After Death sucks because of Bruce. And I was the one always saying that. Nobody was saying that before me.
Is your channel called Almost Human or Murders in the Rue Morgue? Come on. Come on.
You and I both know. Look, of course, there's going to be bias, but there's people that would say, "Oh, Kiss is better," but that's not the comments I was getting. I was getting comments that was like, "Yeah, Beast over Hammerson's much better. Bruce sounds like ass." They were going into specifics. So, dude, I'm not the only one that thinks Bruce sounds like
No,
ass.
no, and especially now. But I will say, until like you started talking shit about Live After Death, I never heard an
Me
unkind
neither.
word.
Me
I mean,
neither.
when I was growing up, it was all about either you were watching the VHS or you were listening to the fucking, the CD. And I remember like it was a big deal because I came into it like a couple years later. So like people who originally got it, like I never got the side that was like the fourth side. That was the shit from London. You know what I'm talking about, right?
It's the best part of the fucking album.
Right. But what I'm saying though is we grew up with like the CD version and the VHS
So
tape.
I always had the double album with the Hammersmith.
Yeah. Oh no, I have it now. I have it on vinyl, and I fucking love it.
I bought it when it was new.
Yeah.
Great,
Uh,
an amazing album cover, amazing packaging.
oh yeah.
It's an amazing packaged album. Band sounds amazing. I have no
Yeah.
problem with how the band played, but I'd rather listen to the studio version because the band plays just as good as the studio version. But the only difference is Bruce sounds good on the studio version.
It's one of those things that's like I hear you, but I don't. I don't know. It's so
Hey,
ingrained.
some people
Yeah.
think Bruce sounds good on it. I don't. Hey, big
Yeah.
deal.
Well, I
At
wouldn't
the
say
end of the
it's
day,
so much. I think he sounds great. To me, he doesn't sound bad because I grew up with it. I came up with
yeah,
it.
at the end of the
It's
day,
what I know. I love
at,
it.
at the end of the day, you enjoy it. I don't. Big deal. You know?
All right. Well, those are our pick of the weeks, and now we got to go to fan of the week. And whew, this is where the show takes a big dive as far as tone. Um, I got to bring up something very sad. Um, we lost a fan of the show, um, like in the worst possible way, and I'm gonna add the picture here, and I apologize ahead of time. I don't know how to edit shit to where I can get everything in the picture.
I'm hearing
Uh,
this weird noise. I'll be right back.
okay, I'll wait till Ralph gets back.
Oh no, I can still hear you. I'm just hearing
Okay,
something weird over here.
all right. We lost a member of the show, um, Sherry Geddes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is somebody, if you're on the Facebook page, James West, legendary fan of the show, always promoting the show. Him and Sherry dated, on and off, split up, still great friends and everything. Um, Sherry was the victim of, from what I can say, what I know right now is a home invasion. Her son, you can't see her son in the picture, and her daughter, they were all murdered in a home invasion. Um, Very sad, very, very, very fucking tragic. Um, if you guys know, the podcast, the page, we're kind of a tight knit family. We don't even really let new people into it. It's like if you weren't here in the beginning, we don't want you. And she's been around for a while. Was a friend online. Very nice lady, and this was a horrible tragedy. Um, I'm gonna try to link something on when we put the link up on the Facebook page, and once the video goes up, there is a GoFundMe. Um, Unfortunately, her father is having to pay for 3 funerals for his daughter and his 2 grandchildren. Um, I just can't imagine. And if anybody knows, I mean, like I'm 50, I'm gonna be 52 in May. I don't have my funeral paid for, you know, and even to be just cremated now is like over a fucking grand. And there's three funerals to pay for. Her father is on a fixed income. He's a senior citizen. Um, if any of you can donate once the links go up, I would appreciate it. Uh, Again, if you're a fan of the show and everything, or if you just have a heart, please donate. Please donate. I'm gonna donate. Um, just a fucking tragedy. I usually like to do shit lighthearted and everything, but there's no way to sugarcoat this. This is one of our own, um, and a terrible tragedy. So once the video's up and there's a link, or you're on the Facebook page, the Rock and
Well,
Metal Combat
come
Podcast.
back to the video because it may not have the link yet, but as soon as I get it, I will add it to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So check it out. As soon as I get this, I'm gonna reach out to James West, because I was looking for links and I couldn't find them. But I know James is a huge fan of this show, and he's going to be seeing this episode. So please, as soon as you can, James, please, have a link to the GoFundMe page, because this is something I definitely want to donate to, and I think a lot of our listeners, because a lot of you, I mean, if you're on the page, you know who she is, and it's just
Horrible, horrible,
yeah,
horrible, terrible news. She was a very pretty,
horrible.
she was a very
Horrible.
pretty lady too.
Yeah, and again, just try to have a heart and think about your own family, and like, how would you be financially right now if you lost not only,
Anything, man. If it was
yeah,
$3, $2,
yeah,
whatever you can,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, and anything will help. And
I'll,
you
I'm
know,
gonna send it.
Ralph brings up a great point. Just like, if you're like, oh, I can't afford $20, if you can send $3,
Yeah,
the shit all adds up. I mean, this is just. Could you imagine having to come out of pocket, for three funerals? It's just, it's insane.
I'm very,
It's a
very,
horrible
very,
tragedy.
very, very sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry, James. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking to me. I also many years ago lost a friend to a home invasion, and this guy was a bodybuilder, man. I've known this guy since the '80s, and he got murdered in his house from a break and entry. So it's horrible. It's just senseless murder. Three beautiful people. Two, are just beginning life.
Yep.
She was still young too.
Yep.
It-
Yeah.
It's just heartbreaking to me. It's fucking terrible. So yeah.
Yeah. So please, check it back on the video and check back on the Facebook page, and anything you can add. Seriously, any little bit will help. And think about this poor, grandfather and father that's
Yeah,
having
help
to
them
be.
out, man. I am.
Yeah, it's a terrible tragedy, and I hate to add this shit, but you got to. But on that note, we won't be here next week. It's going to be Super Bowl weekend, and I got a lot of shit going on, so we're not going to do an episode next week. But we'll be back after that. Hopefully, it will be the BOC episode with Heather Drain and with Mrs. Fuck. So that's going to be awesome. But thanks everybody for watching. Again, hit that like, subscribe, and everything. And
Leave comments. We'll read it next week. I mean,
yeah,
in
yeah.
a couple weeks.
But more importantly, keep checking back on this so you can find the links
Yeah.
to donate for Sherry and her family.
Yes, please do.
And we hope you enjoyed this episode, and let us know in the comments. What do you think? Did Priest win? Did Maiden win?
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
we
Give your
spot
give,
on? Were we far off?
give your points. You don't have to name the records, but how many?
Yeah.
4 to
I
5,
was-
whatever.
Yeah, what's funny is this last week. Have you? I don't know about your Facebook feed, but mine was flooded with people doing the ranking on the Megadeth albums.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, and I mean, I was dying laughing how horrible and how off they were, in my opinion. But hey, it's my opinion. So I would love to see, like, put in the comments, what's your ranking? What did you like? But again, more importantly, come back and find out how you can donate.
Right on. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, these three beautiful people here.
yeah.
And schmack 'em a gob.
We'll see you next time, right here at the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.